Shalom, with the Hebrew Israelites coming to you week in and week out to prophesy the downfall and destruction of this wicked and sinful kingdom called America according to the Bible. Before we go any further, I give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father's only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Mekakwadah. Double honors our apostles and the elders and the bishop of Great Millstone, all right, who rule well, for this truth according to the Bible. All right, and then as you can see, especially with these damn gas prices going up. I just thought it was one of the cheapest places. That shit was over $3, man.
That was three.
It was,
I ain't pay attention.
yeah, it was over three a gallon, man. And I saw somewhere in California it was like already $7 a gallon, like 7 and some change. And that could have been, a fake one or whatever. But gas is definitely going up, man. And all this is prophecy, man. All right, the wars, the rumors of wars that you're seeing and hearing about. All right, the Bible goes into it and breaks this stuff down, man. All right. So,
Hey, and if I can add, gas prices went up, and that's in under a week. That's within 7 days. It hasn't even been a full week since the whole Iran situation. So imagine if this thing is prolonged prolonged for weeks or months, and the prices continue to rise. Because right now, three and some change is risen, but people will still do that. But imagine when they hit $4 a gallon, $5 a gallon, $6 a gallon in states that's not California. In states like North Carolina or New York, with and that's happened before. Years ago when gas got up to like $5 a gallon. I remember that. But during times of war, that's where you gonna see it at. Gas, food, and etc.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 22. A sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction.
So sound goes into really a vibration. That's the vibration of the earth right now. It's battle. Infighting, war within nations and countries, regions. Because why? This is the time the Lord prophesied of. That the end you can see wars and rumors of wars. It's the side effect of prophecy. Right? Again, what's happening is, again, the wars, as you see, it's not a boots on the ground war. It's about missiles. That's something we read that day 95. Yep. Missiles being shot. Just pressing buttons and driving drones and blowing up stuff, man. Because that's the war that we're dealing with, man. As they're trying to get boots on the ground in Iran, but that's expensive. It's not safe because where the hell are you gonna drop these guys off? Iran is a mountainous
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood.
It's going to conventional warfare. That's how it's always been fought. Mano y mano. My best man against your best man. Yep. We find somewhere to fight. We duke it out, man. And that's how war was fought, man. And it's getting into the details. Swords, clinging, confused noise, grunts, war cries. You hear shouts from your commander. Horses trampling. Yeah. Push. That's how all warfare was fought, man. But go ahead.
But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Yeah, so this war is going to be exclusively with missiles. Because for one, it's much cheaper and more cost effective to send missiles than sending troops. Because you got to house these troops, you got to keep their morale up, you got to make sure they're protected. Obviously they have to be supplied for a decent time frame and journey.
You got to feed them, make sure they got their weapons, make sure they morale up. But see, you got to think right now, especially with Babylonians, I'm pretty sure they already got some scared individuals that hasn't even got sent over there yet. But this will be this 2026.
you see those TikToks? They come get me on the.
Yeah. 2026. This ain't the year of war. This ain't the world of warriors and savages and real deal killers. These people go fold. Shit, you got people with the Russian and Ukraine war. It was stories and articles coming out on how soldiers with the Ukraine and Russia, how they was giving up, and they was just straight up abandoning posts. So imagine what Americans, Babylonians, they go throw their guns across the street before they even get sent over there.
You got high-ranking officials. It's been in this man's military, whether it's the Marines, the Navy, Army. And that one dude, that's arm broken.
Yeah, I
hand
see
broken.
that. Yeah.
He was out of here. He was out of Raleigh. Yeah, he was out of Raleigh. So people are waking up like, yo, we're not trying to fight this war.
They're saying this war is for Israel. This ain't for America.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 30, and it reads, "The mighty men of Babylon have fought forward to fight. They have remained in their homes." This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 30, and it reads, "The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight."
So the mighty men of Babylon have to do. This is unpopular war. That's why Trump, what he did, he went past Congress to push this war, man. He didn't ask nobody to it's the elites. We don't give Trump too much credit. They didn't ask for permission. They didn't ask the people's vote. You didn't see a campaign for a war with Iran because obviously that's unpopular.
Right.
Now Trump's on the verge of getting impeached because again, the people around the planet, especially America, they don't want to fight Iran. Again, even going to the mighty men. So if you're men of war don't want to fight, so how are you gonna win this fight? How are you gonna win this war? That's why going to Isaiah 95, man. Listen, we don't need you no more. We got robots, we got this technology. That's how Esau's gonna try to get around pushing these buttons and getting ultimate proxy going, man.
Because America wasn't provoked with any threats. That's why they said people against it, because it was kind of like Trump and Israel kind of went out of their way to start this conflict.
Israel started it, America backed them up.
Yeah.
This is Israel's.
And they were saying, like, what interest does it have for the United States? I heard.
Blackmail. That's it. The Trump Epstein file stuff is just scratching on the surface because, again, the elites, especially the politicians, those are doing deals with Israel with the APEC stuff, lobbying, they have blackmail on them, man. Doing nasty, heinous acts is all part of that club, man. So if it comes out that they don't want to play ball, then here comes a leaked email or a leaked video or whatever it may be, man. Because same way with Trump, and that's why he has handlers, man. That's what's happening.
Jeremiah 51 and verse 30. "The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holes. Their might hath failed. They became as women. They have burned their dwelling places. Her bars are broken."
Again, going to morale. You can't have men that are scared fighting.
Right.
So you're expecting these mighty men to go out and do something that ultimately is impossible. Imagine again, which I was talking about the TikTokers, guys, especially Jake, that was playing around and thought he was gonna get a nice, easy pension, nice, cool life, school paid off, whatever. And here it is, you're getting a call, you're getting sent up, the plane already ready, full of fuel, you going on that plane to go to the Middle East.
Yeah, one of my coworkers, their significant other got shipped, going to be shipped off, and they're going to be gone for 7 months.
Again, these military men, they don't want to fight this war.
Yeah.
Because again, there's no, what do you gain from this? What do you win? Nothing, man. Because again, what's going to happen is that the bigger picture is then bigger players start coming in, man. China and Russia, what's already kind of happening. Yep. Like how the U.S. is doing with Ukraine, being a proxy. They're using their weapons and testing out their technology against the Russians over there, man. So that's what China and Russia going to do with Iran, man. So it's going to get crazy, man.
I may say, putting all that discharge you were trying to do now, you ain't getting out of it now. Yeah, the time of you getting medical discharge and all that shit. I remember the brothers in L.A. One of the main camps, one of the main Spanish speaking camps, right? He was telling Jake this a few years ago, you better get up out of there, man. And he was like, nah, like pretty much this is for me. Okay.
Because now, especially these days we living in, once people start getting shipped over there to the Middle East and other continents and countries, they're not gonna come back. They're not coming back.
Yeah, I saw a clip where Edomite guy was like,
So
he was like, he had the camera close to his face. He was like, yeah, you know, if we don't make it home, you know, God bless America. You know,
They're not coming back.
144. That's the spirit.
They're not 2-1-4-4. They're not coming. They're not coming back. Especially once it get crazy. Once it get crazy, they're not gonna be thinking about making sure Americans come back to get back home with their families. But they're gonna be trying to sit even more over there.
Maybe a draft. Maybe talk about it. Maybe 2027 they might draft it out of hand.
I mean, hey, remember some months back, Germany was sending out forms and letters to all the 18-year-olds, the fresh 18-year-olds straight out of high school, telling them to get ready for war. And remember Europe? Remember last year and the year before, Europe and France, they were sending out forms on how to make survival kits to last 72 hours. These other countries is already ready for war, and they've already been preparing their citizens and even their young adults for war. And even here in America in the last couple of years, what was that? They said 18 to 26? You automatically your name pretty much automatically put in the bucket list. 18 to 26. You getting hit up right off the bat. You know? So the stage is set.
Even the people that really recently got out got a chance of going back in.
Yeah, because once you sign the contract, say you sign the contract for 4 years, I think you automatically owe them another 4 years. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think that's how it goes. Whatever you sign the contract, it's like the fine print.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring this real quick. This is Isaiah. What was you just reading? Okay, I'll wait for this one. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Jumping down, verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace.
So everything's seasonal. At the time, for a period, it was so-called peace, which people can't say it was peace. He was still doing his dirt, going around causing wars.
Yep.
Funding wars and terrorist groups, getting on the elites, but more so the nation. Because you have, again, normal so-called peaceful countries, not in the back of their mind, they're thinking about, hey, we might have to engage in this war, man.
Yep.
Super small countries that, might have 1 billion people. Now their military is getting briefed that they might have to engage and participate in this war game, man. It's called entering the theater of war, and they're gonna have to, because that's what happens. Sides are being chosen, man. The bricks and stuff is just a tip of the iceberg.
You see these more clips and people saying, well, why don't you send on Baron? Yeah, so I think Benjamin, not a you. Yeah.
That's true, because in the ancient world, you think about King David. If you're going to wage a war, you're supposed to be on the front lines, man.
Right.
Because again, a lot of these politicians, it's easy to start a war.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this, again, these campaigns, these propaganda machines and media and stuff like that. All you gotta do is say a few words, and now people are going to war.
Yep.
But now, again, what's happening is the public, they're figuring out, hey, again, the people who rule us, they're hypocrites, man. They want us to do A, B, and C, but what are they doing, man? Again, the Epstein stuff just to scratch at the surface, man. But it's enough for people to finally start getting realization that, hey, your government is a pro. The worst government is the one closest to you. So again, you think that your rulers, your presidents, your governors, your mayors, you wait for them to do something for you. You find out that they can't do a damn thing, man. Because all they're doing is fulfilling the status quo of their position, man. Their careers, they don't care about the people. They want to get that check just like you do. You go home and eat chicken and watch football. That's what we have.
Yeah, I had, I can bring it out. This Isaiah chapter 54, verse 16. It says, behold, I have created the smith that blow up the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy.
Again, go to the proverb about the axe. Axe can't boast of itself. It's
Right.
he who yields it. I think that's in Jeremiah. Same with the hammer. So the Lord put the inspiration on men to make weapons of mass destruction. Where does that come from? That comes from on high, man. You get inspired. You go into the word demon. It also goes into influence, intelligence. So on the left-hand side, you go into this math that goes behind sending rocket projectiles. That's crazy, man. It's called rocket science. You know, when you see that, which is the ancient world, not the ancient world, but go back to the 40s and 50s, when they had the chalkboard and niggas writing the crazy equation.
Always ancient. You know, you see those little videos like, when were you born?
Right, yeah.
I was born in 1990. Oh, you a dinosaur.
Exactly. That's funny too. I see bring up some shit that was younger, now to the kids that are younger. That's like, say you talking about T-Mac or something. It's crazy.
Hey, somebody,
Oh, okay.
hey, somebody tried to sell me a CD the other day.
Oh man.
Like you guys be making albums and shit, trying to sell me a CD. In my head, I wanted to be like, yo, bro, like it's 2026. Like you trying to sell CDs, like that shit ain't happening. These cars don't even got CD. A lot of these cars don't even got CD players no more.
Nah.
So going back to that point, man, about the Lord created the Smith that goes in 45.
Yep.
That's all.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 54, verse 16, and it reads, Behold, I have created the
That's spirit.
Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire.
Also going to
The blacksmith.
blacksmith. Modern day blacksmiths, again, they go to these companies, Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, all these military contractors, those are smiths. They create weapons of war, man.
Right, and too, it was very strategic for Yahweh Shem Yahushua to split those scientists up after World War II to go to the two superpowers. Start the Cold War, you know.
Exactly.
Teaming up. Yeah, teaming up.
So it's all about wisdom. And that goes into the revelations about he calls us up, call five from heaven, man. It's one of his left-hand miracles to say, no, who was talking about Steve, man. Only he had the power to do that. Who's the only person on the planet that dropped a nuclear bomb on somebody?
Batman Little Boy. You know, that's what made the nations shook up until this very day.
Exactly.
You know?
And that shows you how far advanced the Lord had Esau going to America and in Germany and that, also the Western nations.
Yeah.
The 7 heads, 10 hordes, how far ahead of they were around compared to other nations, man. That was, what, 60, 70 years ago, 80 years ago? That's a long time ago, man. And they had these weapons.
Right.
So now look at the nations around the world now. Look at Iran. Iran is defending itself against, the small hats in Esau, man. The greatest military on the planet, man. It doesn't be a walk. Exactly, doesn't be a walk. They hold it down. Exactly. Mark Trump talking about peace. What peace? You open the box of Pandora. Did you finish it? Go ahead.
Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy.
The Lord created the instrument. Like read Proverbs 16:4. The Lord made all things for himself, even the wicked for that day of evil. Everything's all for the Lord's pleasure. Just say again, what is the practical reason why man has weapons of mass destruction? What makes sense to have those things? There's no point.
Right.
Because the problem is it was just used as a political deterrent. Hey, this country got nuclear missiles. We probably should raise more of them. There's no benefit.
Likewise.
But again, the thing that the Lord is doing is he's pushing everybody to have them to use these weapons against each other. It was never probably intended to be used, man. Just again to scare people, like you said, man. But now look, there's no option to take. We'll keep letting Esau, the West pushing around. We got some options too, man. I was going to say, Luke say I'm strong. You got that well. I do that.
Ezekiel 21. Oh yeah, what I quoted earlier. Yeah.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 21 and verse 10.
What 9?
Verse 9.
Yeah.
It says, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua, say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree, and he hath given it to be furbished that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened and it is furbished, to give it into the hand of the slayer. Cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people. It's
Slow down a little bit. This is going to Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar's being raised up to come against the southern kingdom, right? The Lord called him a sword, right? And what is Esau considered? Psalm 17. The sword of the Lord is Esau the wicked. So going to it being handled, meaning it's going to be used. These weapons aren't just here to sit in the museum and say, yeah, we made nuclear bombs in 2020, whatever. We never use it. Thank God we never, no, man. They're going to be used. The dust going to be blown off all the missiles, man. That's going to say, what, Jeremiah 50, spare no arrows.
Right.
It means no missiles are going to be left. It means everybody's going to use what they have, man. And again, being furbished, meaning it's perfected, it's being sharpened. As the technology grows, man, that these missiles get more precise. The accuracy of them becomes more tighter and tighter. The bullseye, so to say, man. They can hit targets with a smaller region of error. So it's easy to set and forget, man. Why? Because it's all the will of Yahweh Shad, man. She says,
All right.
hey, man, you never know who's watching.
Yeah.
This stuff. I don't know if you think we're some bad African thing. That's not who we are.
Nah.
But, be surprised that you watch.
Yeah, you know what happens on the street corner.
Yeah, you know how to scratch your money.
You know, be dipping their hand up.
Yeah.
What are they doing, man? Got a baby monkey in the pot.
Right. Again, the beautiful thing is it's all everything that's happening is before the Lord's agenda, man. Because again, this is a sign that Esau is going down. Why would you create a weapon that's going to destroy you?
Right.
That don't make no sense. Because he's an unjust ruler, man. He's a demon, man. He got to go. He's done.
Ezekiel 21:12. Cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people. It shall be upon all the princes of Israel. Terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people.
Terrors by reason of the sword, because that's the only time Jake pays attention. Someone
Exactly.
with a gun out. Oh shit, he got a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody starts playing. So that's how it is with E, man. Y'all think Esau is a cool guy. He evolved. He loves you now. He's cool. That was the old days. He don't want to hang you.
Right.
He don't want to hang you. He don't want to delete you.
Oh, he evolved more in looking.
Exactly. He's more subtle.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's how Pharaoh was in the ancient world. He said we got to deal with them wisely.
Yep.
Because again, at least they join our enemies in revolt.
Mm-hmm.
With all that's coming out, in the media, and that's just again, it's a little bit, it's a tidbit of what's going on. That's enough for the people of this so-called country to revolt, man.
Yep.
Well, why? Because hey, it's enchantments, man. Especially for our people, they're still in La La Land, man. They're still worried about the new PlayStation, worried about GTA 6, whatever the fuck else Jake worried about.
I seen something. They said the reason they got all this going on is because they don't want us to play GTA 6.
You got spring break going on too.
Spring break,
Yeah.
Yep. That goes into the day the Lord coming as a thief tonight, any moment, man.
Yeah.
This so-called country is a button pushed away from being destroyed. Literally.
You might do the same thing. Look at
That ugly ass.
Yeah.
That ugly
yeah. I gave it right back to him. Yeah. Huh? What dude come over there? Oh, okay. I never been in there.
Ezekiel 21 and verse 12 at the bottom. It says, terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people. Smite therefore upon thy thigh.
Same thing happened back then, will happen again, man.
Mm-hmm.
Those are people that are complacent, at ease, because again, in the ancient world, Jacob straight, man. Remember, who's coming out of rulership? King David, King Solomon, kingdom split, but we were still rich, man. Northern Southern Kingdom, that was good, man. It was kings, lineage of kings, man. Wax, fat, and cake, man. So the Lord raised up Nebuchadnezzar, especially Judah, because Judah was still in Jerusalem. Israel got kicked out for the most part. The Syrians got them out. Yep. They got sent to captivity. But Judah was still in Jerusalem. Yep. Jeremiah's prophesying on to Judah, the southern kingdom, for the most part, that hey, there's a kingdom coming that's going to do you dirty, man.
Yep.
Nebuchadnezzar, man. And them, Jake said. And Jake didn't want to believe it.
Right.
He said, we had the temple.
Yeah.
But what did the Lord do with the temple? Burnt.
Smash that shit.
And remember, who helped Nebuchadnezzar burn the temple? It was really Esau. Esau burned the temple. Esau burned the temple. You see, race it, burn it, and he's burning. That was Esau. You read about that in the book of the Apocrypha that Esau helped the Babylonians, man, to forward the affliction. So what's Esau gonna do now, man? And his losing kingdom. That's right.
Ezekiel 35, that perpetual hatred, that's
Exactly.
ongoing.
Exactly.
He won't bullshit when Isaac passed. Esau won't bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Kept that same energy with Jay.
Yeah. That's about the like,
No, you got it.
that's about the only thing he kept his fucking word on. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
That's going to the ultimate play. These missiles, man.
Terminator 2 effect.
Yeah. Thermonuclear missiles. Crazy technology, man. Gonna be used on you like an experiment. This is the Lord's experiment, man. No one knows what these missiles are gonna do besides Yahweh Shah. And it's not good for you. It's not, and it's real organic though. It's good for your soul, man. It's gonna burn you like a piece of tissue.
Yeah.
The elements go melt. Fervent heat.
I was just thinking, you can see people, like Lord willing, be part of the number, going on them ships. You don't see people committing still wicked acts, being sodomites, you know what I'm saying, doing all type of wickedness on the earth when no missiles will touch them down, man. Messing with little children, you know?
As the days of Noah.
Yep.
As the days of Noah.
Popping animals.
Yep, that's what they're like.
It says, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Verse 13, it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from the Lord shall be among them, and they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor.
So it's going to division. People fighting against each other because why? Great tribulation. It's the second and 15th chapter. But then going to that plague, this is the second death. As mentioned, days of Noah, this is the days that the Lord prophesied that it's going to be like Sodom and Gomorrah. Where, again, those inhabitants that, especially here in so-called America, because the lake of fire is going to be so-called America. That's biblical prophecy. What's going to do that is these missiles. There's no other technology that will fulfill that prophecy. So again, that's why these things are happening, because we have to go into the book and let's say, let's see that, read it, right? So it is all this stuff is happening around the world. People still without a clue.
It ain't no meteorite shower or no solar flare. That lake of fire and that second death gonna come from the nuclear destruction. If you got eyes to see, it ain't hard to see. I mean, they've been perfecting these weapons of mass destruction for decades now.
This is Jeremiah 50 and 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken?
Who's the hammer of the earth? Esau, Edom. Starting with the small hats, tiny tops. How they broken? Probably because the Lord's breaking them down, man. He's being corrupted and really corroded. He's losing his strength. That right hand don't have the same power in the 12th round, man. And again, Esau is finding out the hard way, man. That's why he's panicking. He's trying to squeeze that timeline. Operation Warp Speed, Epic Fury. What's up with that, man? Because again, he's running out of time, man. And again, when he gets these councils and he gets these insights and numbers and census on what's happening around the world, it's a bad report. It's like, no, it's not looking good, man. Right. So what does it say? Okay, we cause more chaos and confusion. Because that's how he plays. It's not a gentleman's game with Esau. It's not fair. Your best man, let the best man win type shit. He don't move like that, man. He gonna. That's why we know what's on the menu. It's false flags, black swans, all that stuff, because that's how he operates, man. He's gonna have something happen here in so-called America that's gonna justify what he's about to do, man. Because as you see, no one agrees with him. At a point in time, anytime Esau spoke, niggas was attentive, neck stiff, especially at the UN meetings, all these G7 summits. When Esau spoke, everybody puckered up, they sat straight. taking real good notes. Now when Esau taught, they rolled their eyes,
Yeah.
they leaned back in the chair.
Yeah.
Them Hamite nations, them this nigga. You know? Mr. Not a Jew.
Right. Right.
So that's that stench coming up, man. He's stinking up the field, man.
Yeah. Our restoration is happening right before their very eyes.
That's a balance.
You know what I'm saying? And Lord said these things gonna happen. And these higher up elites, they know it. They're a bunch of devils. These speaking of man, they do believe because they're preparing for it. You know what I'm saying? If they didn't believe in the word, they wouldn't give a shit.
Right.
You know?
That is true. His reaction tells you that we do have a truth, man.
Mm-hmm.
Them trying to cut off our videos and blacklist us.
Yeah.
What he's getting ready to do is persecute us, slander campaigns. Because the lie, you have to know the truth, man.
Exactly.
He's a deceiver. To deceive, you have to know the truth. So Esau knows the truth. These elites, they have everything in their grasp, man. Information, artifacts, history,
Yep.
historians, technology. They know what's going on, man.
They got the research.
Right.
They got the research.
Wow.
Yep. So again, they know, hey, what is being said is true, man. So that's why, was it Revelation? Their dead bodies.
Yeah.
Yep. It says, real quick. The point I want is they stood up on a great field. They stood up.
This is I started yep. Revelation 11:8. It says, "And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt."
It's more specifically talking about him, talking about America.
Mhm.
As we've been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, but this is more so talking about something in America because this is when we've been woken up to the truth. Where it started at, in New York.
Yep. It says, Revelation 11:8, "And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spirit and is not Vatican." Right. It says, "Which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified."
Yep. Also, our Lord was crucified, meaning, every day. This is a land of sin, man.
Yep.
You crucify the Lord afresh by getting the stuff you do on this earth, man. Again, who's perpetuating that? The man of sin, man. Right? And again, going to the wicked of our people, they participate. They playing tag team. Like WWE. They coming off the ropes
Right.
with wickedness, man. With the elbow coming down. So what's the Lord going to do, man? He's going to get that belt. But again, going to the point about how, hey, great bill fell upon them because why? They know we have the truth, man. They hit it. But they tried to. They tried to block the light. Because they call themselves the illuminated ones. Esau's a black hole, man.
Right.
It's darkness itself, man. And light got through, man. Because why? The spirit of Yahweh Shai, man. That's visible on his service.
Yeah. You made me think about we was reading. It said where also our Lord was crucified. Right here.
Yeah.
And it also started with an ancient world. Well, I ain't gonna say ancient, but I thought about First Maccabees, 3rd chapter. They laid open the book of the law and painted the likeness of their images, But I had a precept. This is going back to the Revelation 11. Where we at? This is Ezekiel chapter 37. It says, straight to the point. Well, I read 30 at the top. The hand, going by quick. The hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones, and caused me to pass by them round about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. And he said to me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, Prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord.
Yep. That's what happened. We got prophesied on. Jake Benny, rapping and tapping, doing all type of entertainment, marching, MLK and Malcolm X and all that. Yep.
Rodney King, right?
That didn't wake us. That didn't wake us up, man. It was speaking of our apostle nails on down and started with another opportunity, man. Which you can receive the spirit is Elijah, John the Baptist.
Right. it wasn't the right thing to wake us up. You ever see those clips of I'm going to sleep right thing, let my phone beep, that bitch wake the fuck up. That's what it is, but it's true. The elect will wake up with with this message, man.
If you can get that Revelation 11, get up verse 11.
Yeah, the radio verse 11. Yep. I was still holding it. Yep. It's
Going to dry bones. Bones are dry because that's where blood comes from. Bone marrow. That's what blood produces that, man. So ultimately, the blood of Yahushua, the sacrifice had to come, right? With the seals being loose, Revelation 5th chapter, and then that's how life came on to us, man. The Lord said, "The Comforter shall come." Go ahead.
He was there for a long time, man.
That's what I'm saying. Real dead. Dry.
Yeah. The Revelation 11 and 9. You said, you want straight to 11?
If you want to read down, but yeah, the points 11.
Yeah. Yep. I read on down. It says, in verse 9, and they, the people in the kindreds and tongues and nations, shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves.
Yep, which is around 350 years.
Yep.
So meaning we weren't suffered, be put in graves, meaning we're alive and we're spiritually dead.
Yep.
They didn't tell us we were. They didn't say, "Hey, brother, you're actually the son of God, man. You're the prince of the power. You shouldn't be doing this." Tell him who Esau was. Which, that's how he knows prophecy too, because the man of sin had to be revealed. The man of sin didn't get revealed yet. As what is it? That day shall not come till the fallen away first, the man of sin be revealed. So it's accumulation of events, man, going into prophecy. Yep.
Revelation, maybe I'll go away with this scripture. Revelation 11 and 10. And they shall dwell upon the earth. It says, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry and shall.
Yep, that's a good point. They were happy. Yep. Right? Because that Lamentations 12. Yep. They rejoiced. They gave gifts. It was like a celebration, like they won a championship.
Remember those postcards?
The postcards.
Yep.
And that's all the nations they participated in, man.
Big rod is a trophy slot here, man.
That's it, man. That's it. Nobody cried and hoop and hollered when you was catching hell. Right. But now y'all catching hell and y'all want sympathy from us, man.
Yeah.
Just because the white man is doing y'all dirty. Hey, man, get in line.
Right. Yeah, I seen a video. It was the Jake. He said they always want to ask us how somebody else feel, but don't nobody want to ask the other people how we feel or what we going through or our lives lost. If we want to be asked about Palestine. We want to be asked about Israel. But don't nobody ask Palestine or Israel or Ukraine how the so-called black people in America feel.
And we get it.
It's a curse. No man shall buy it. We don't expect it to.
Yeah.
But
you look. I know brothers that drove past and they be on the bridge holding the signs and shit. It be Jake. It be Judah and like Ephraim and shit like that holding signs, protesting. Yeah, we're all up in the Palestinian.
They want that pussy.
Yeah.
They want that Palestinian pussy.
they want to be part of something.
Yeah. Motherfuckers fine though.
Yeah, they be fine, but Jake, man, down for everything but his own.
Yeah. Think about it. It's Revelation 11 and 10. It says, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry and shall send gifts to one another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth.
The northern and southern kingdom, right? More so going into Joshua.
Caleb.
Joshua and Caleb.
No. Joshua, Zerubbabel.
Because again, when the prophets, first off, when the prophets are prophesying, that's how you know destruction's coming. But also when Jacob's in power and rulership, the other nations are in slavery. They're in captivity. They're losing. So that's what they wanted to be freed from.
Right.
They wanted to go back and worship their idol gods. They want to go back to sacrificing children and doing all other widow stuff. Yep. So that's what they got. So when they get bombed, when they get invaded, they didn't want the world to feel sorry for them. Well, this is what happens when y'all want to take out a rulership, man. Y'all was better when we was in rulership.
Right.
Simply put, man.
Yeah.
Read about
King David.
King David, King
Yeah.
Solomon.
King Solomon.
You know,
Yeah.
King David had to put him in subjection, but he wasn't grabbing up children and raping them, man. He
Right.
wasn't taking your kids and throwing them in fires,
Right.
cross-dressing them, making them moles.
This man is putting stuff in the food to make the men feminine.
See, exactly. Gay
Even-
frogs.
Oh man.
Gay. Let's make some frogs gay.
Oh man.
Jake sweetest hairline. You can't go a day without seeing a GAY ass nigga.
I'm telling you.
That's a real epidemic.
Hey, remember they had that trend going on in Georgia? Niggas in skirts and dresses holding their pistols, while holding their pistols.
Yeah. They call it fashion.
Still structure.
That shit was on Boondocks before it even happened.
See? That's funny too, because some of the shit Boondocks, it's like getting like a citizen. Well, that's what they cut this shit. They cut the Boondocks. It was too much.
Yeah.
But that's how you finish it.
Come on. Finish out Revelation 11. It says, verse 11, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them.
The spirit of life entered into us. Not by no 501c3,
Right.
not by doing deals with the enemy, peace treaties, trimming our way to seek love. No, the Lord, inspired us to wake up, man. Because again, you didn't go to school to learn this.
Right.
You wasn't in class with your paper and your pencil writing about back when we was kings. You was learning about Theodore Roosevelt.
Right. That nigga.
You learned about the Indian killer.
Right.
Andrew Jackson. You was learning about Esau's history, man.
Right.
Which, stuff you learned in school, most of it was a lie anyway, man.
Yep. I got a freestyle for this. It's Revelation 11 and 12. After 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them.
Yep. So those that noticed that we woke up, because Jake, the wicked of our people, they don't think this is a big thing.
Right.
But the elites, they know this is a bad deal, man. Especially when you see any type of unity. Why do you think the police, just how they operate when they see Jake gathered together, they want to, because most times Jake is bullshit. That's what it's called. We see them signs on the wall, the gas stations with no soliciting.
Yeah, no soliciting.
Because they know there's no loitering. Yeah, loitering. But because why? Because when men are together, that's a scary, especially when Jake is together, man. That's a scary thing, man. Because there's a thing called power in numbers, man.
Peaceful. They like
Yeah.
it when we shooting each other down.
That's easy. When we turn to our power, the nations, they hate them. Because they know why. The Lord's going to intervene, man. This is not a surprise. Again, you read the scriptures, the nations knew that when we're down and out, we're sitting against our power, we're done. We turn back to him. If we cry out to him, it's game, man. It's game over for him. That's right. You better get superpowers. Why you laughing?
Yep.
Why y'all laughing at us? Because our faith, man. At least they know that men gonna have powers, man. That's why they make movies.
Yep.
And they want to do everything they can to stop it. But they can't.
Yeah, that's what the devil gonna pay, man. Because as by mouth of people right? Northern Kingdom comes over. First thing Blanco tells them, stay away from the Morenos. Stay away from those Negroes. You gotta watch them, keep an eye on them. They'll rob you. They'll do this. They'll do that. And a lot of part of it is true.
Small percentage.
Yeah,
But that's true. Yeah, that's a good point. Let's divide and conquer.
exactly.
Because when you watch the news, you see Jake, YNs, and Stan and Robin. That's still only a small minority. You would think that's every nigga on the planet.
Yeah.
And that's how the world thinks of Jake.
Yep.
When they go to the country, you watch, certain Jake that's passport roads. People of all these other countries, they have a misconception about Jake.
Yep.
What they're learning about you is from who? From
Yep.
Esau, man, and these small hats.
Yeah.
When they find out you cool,
Yep.
Jake's cool right now. Which again, the catch is now these other nations, they want to get with the Jake man.
Yep.
Because they thought it was fair. They look on the TV and say, these Chinaman, what he told his daughter, don't go with a nigga, he's cheap, he don't take care of the children,
Disgrace.
he's a disgrace, he's black.
Your mother should have never had you.
Right. And now what they do, they stepping out, man.
Come to find out, Jake not so bad.
See, that's the point. So what they was told is a lie, man. Because you only lie for so long, man. So the truth come out, man. That's what's happening, man. Power is coming back to the Israelite men.
Yep.
And that's what these elites they hate. Because you know why? That means they're gonna pay up. The Lord's men of justice. We're not no lay downs and cowards. We're gonna say, we're gonna go to the book. We're gonna open up the book.
Yep.
Eye for eye, tooth for tooth.
Right.
No mercy to the wicked.
You that old. Hey, you on a leave it to the YNs, man. You know.
Yeah, our OGs, that's what I would say. Our OGs spelled this.
Yeah.
Our OGs spelled this, man.
He never got a chance to get the fight. He
Yeah,
can afford it now.
You know, he's still a kid.
Yep.
Afford it now.
You all got moments. You got kids.
Of course.
I'm gonna get the king and you on that bitch.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You never asked you this point.
Right.
But you got you that old, you supposed to get something to young man. You be righteous. You talking about these niggas crazy. You, yeah, these niggas tripping. You doing wheelie and shit. You 50 years old.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Damn. I'd rather see Uncle on the grill with those slippers and that.
Oh, yeah. Them leathers. I ain't no problem with that bitch.
to the knee.
Oh, yeah. You know, he got the elbow ash. You know he throwing that.
Exactly. Man, I got a precept for that Revelation 11. I'm gonna read that part again. Yeah, I'm gonna grab the precept, Bobby Kashah. Revelation 11 and 12. It's like 11. In 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. This is Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 1. Then shall a righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all they looked for.
So it's impossible. How is these so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans still here?
Mhm.
How do they survive? You know, the eugenics and the experiments. You know, the social programs. You know, the things that are set against Jake as soon as he's born, man. And Jake's still here, man, because all the will of Yahweh Hashem shot, man. And not only that, we're here, right? You have men that are in the fold, man, standing for truth, saying enough is enough, man. Not gonna go along to get along, prolong the status quo, just get a job, get a house, have a family, die. No, man.
Right.
We want back with ours, man.
That's it. Y'all remember that video of the name of the Lord not in the DNA, in the body?
They call it the God gene,
The
right?
God gene, yeah. You know, it was broken down like, I think it was Yahweh.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I can't find that video no more. You know?
I think they go from Charlotte.
Yeah, sure, yeah. And it made me think about that because all the stuff that this devil has done, he has to believe.
That's the
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing all this to these people, and they're still overcoming.
And Esau Edom creates a lot too. So you got to think if I could create this,
Oh, we are playing. Yeah, we playing them early.
if I could, I remember that. If I could create this and do this, that, and the third, if I could split the atom, if I could create a weapon of mass destruction, if I could gene splice and create new mutated creatures and this, that, and the third, Esau Edom know there's a God.
Yeah.
He know he has a creator. You know?
Take Jake parts.
Yeah, that's why that's why he want our blood, our melanin, our organs,
Our rods.
our rods.
You know, you see how we getting ready to get down with a girl on the island. He pull out Jake Rod. She's like, what the hell? You pink. You know what I'm saying? But finishing out, back in Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 3, it said, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had some time in derision, and the proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness, and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of Yahweh, and his lot is among the saints?
we would be the last person that people on earth would consider that we be the children of the Lord. Even our own people, that's Isaiah the first chapter. Yeah. People don't consider, they don't even consider. You know, all the great things Jake can do, you know, that it stops with, again, Jake dunking the basketball, what they call black excellence. Come on, man. Our legacy goes back to, again, you know, the man of the scriptures, man, the man of the book. And our history goes way back, man. Yeah. You know, because again, Jake only talked about, you know, post-slavery. You know, you got over here, you just booty scratching from Africa, we saved you, we made you civilized. No, man, that's not true. Again, we didn't find that out from you. We did our own digging, man. And to come to find out, like the brother's been into about the point he saw all the stuff he's doing, he has to believe. Well, this is your research, man. Isaac Newton had a quote. He said, "The more, if I can find it real quick, the more I study science, I think." He said, "The more I study science, the more I believe in God, because they can go deep, man. They can go with microscopes and see the structures and systems, and you're like, this is divine, man. I can't scratch the surface of what I'm seeing and dealing with, man. I can just imitate. That's like what I was saying. The best I can do is imitate. But what Esau's doing, all he's doing is taking what the Lord already created and making something out of it. The elements, bombs, technology, silicone, plastic, you know, these chips. It's all the Lord's technology, man. But he want to give him credit. He want to say, I'm God. I did this. He's an imposter, man.
I don't know if bro read that commercial back in the, I think it was the 90s. It was a Michael Jordan commercial. But sometimes I dream,
Yeah.
he is me. You know, I want, huh? I think it was a Gatorade.
Gatorade.
Yeah. But that's Esau, man. You know? You know, I want to be like Mike. Oh, be like Mike. You know, that's Esau. You know, spiritually, he wants to be like us.
That's true. Like going back to the point of his birthright. That's why he wept, because he knew it was true.
Yep.
He's like, fuck.
Yep.
He got the blessing. That's why he cried. He knew it was true. He knew Jacob was gonna be blessed.
Look at me, you know, always like, damn, who's Esau on this side? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we get in the kingdom, you know, find out. Yeah. I always just think like when he was doing it, well, he probably didn't have that texture hair back then, but you know, white boys get mad like, gosh, they put their fingers.
You could have a fro. You know,
Yeah.
You know, we'll see it have a little holiday, on his back like sports center.
Exactly.
You know, we can only imagine at this point. So man, definitely gonna know fully, man. We don't know all the details, all the breakdowns, you know, the symbolisms.
Yep.
You know, we just know we know for salvation's
Oh
sake.
damn, we don't need that many brothers. Brothers want to drink before you fill out.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, I still got it.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. You know, this man knows the elites of these Edomites. They know the blessing is coming to us, man. You know, that's when I was. Yeah.
Give me that watermelon. You sure you don't? This is Jeremiah 50.
Water, bro.
And I'll go back to 23. It says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
How? Because again, going to this guy was unbeatable. You know, he was a juggernaut. Esau was souped up. You know, and going back to Pharaoh and his army, the peak was power. You wouldn't dare challenge him, man. You wouldn't utter things. You wouldn't utter any type of negativity back, man. You wouldn't even murmur. You were so scared, man. You know that the Egyptian gods would hear you tell Pharaoh that he was talking shit.
Right.
Go on, bro. These other nations, again, they're lifting up the tongue against Esau. Was it the Obadiah? He's being made small among the heathen. Yep. He's not that important no more, man.
I may cut you off.
No, you good, bro.
It was a short I threw up, and I told brothers about it before. It was the Asian popped the balloon, and Esau came up, red hair, you know, pale as hell, and she was like, "Yeah, you know, your people's just not in anymore. They're not in." You know.
The season of E is done.
Yep.
In Jeremiah 50:24, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken.
The Lord set up the trap, man. Because Esau, he can't stop himself, man. Because again, as Esau's a cunning hunter, hey, the Lord's a man of war. He's a cunning hunter too. He knows what Esau wants, man. Esau wants world dominance perpetually. That's why he's going around fulfilling his NW agenda, man. What else does he have an NW agenda? Aren't you in power? Ain't you in power, Esau? Why do you need a new world order?
Right.
Something like that. Ain't you in power? Ain't we under your order? Don't we try to follow your laws? You know? So what's going on? Well, because he knows he's on a time limit, man. But he's not gonna go on the TV and tell you. You're not gonna hear a creepy rough child, all nasty looking and crinkly. Somebody, yeah, you're the children. No, man.
Right.
It's just cool.
Yeah. Just
You notice that's what their names is Jacob, David. Because they want to be us so bad, man. But they can't. So again, Esau is being exposed and found out. That's how you know judgment's coming. Because before judgment is exposure. He's on trial. The whole world is watching you, Esau.
Yep.
His nakedness is being revealed. As the scripture said it was, you know. His nakedness being revealed, his schemes, his plans, his playbook.
You're on the same
play.
running back sweep, a counter every fucking time. Two-man game, pick and roll. He's always doing the same shit. They got bombs. They might have, possibly could have some shit that we got to deal with. Yep. And that's a justification off a hunch. I think they got some shit. They possibly could maybe sort of have some shit that they don't have it, man.
Or even with this whole Iran such situation. Let's bomb them and attack them and start a fight with them before they could create nukes. Before they create nuclear bombs.
Right, that's what they're doing.
That's what they're doing. Yeah.
Because if they had nukes, you wouldn't push them around like that.
Exactly.
You gonna push a nigga around there, you know he got some shit that's gonna put you to sleep.
Right.
You gonna grab nigga, got a whole shotgun, he gonna try to grab the gun.
Right.
He gonna blow you away, man.
So Esau, he go, nah, let's fuck them up before they get a chance to do it. But now, for a fact, now when they do get the chance to do it, guess who will be the first person they go point them at?
It's already set.
Yes, it's already set.
Yeah. Because Iran's strategy was, all right, we'll play the good guy. We won't do it. And they did it. Iran don't have it, but they're going to. And maybe that's some Esau's trying to do some Jedi mind trick, you know, to make them do it so they can actually do some shit. Who knows, man? But it's not going to end well because when one goes, they all go. Remember what the small hats had? It's called the what is it called? The Samson.
It's a part of their law, like if they fail.
Yeah, everybody's done.
Ain't nobody
It's called the Samson initiative. When you think about what happened with Samson, he killed everybody in this bitch.
Down.
He said, nigga, I'm dead, fuck that.
Everybody.
Everybody going, I got one more time. Let me get these Philistines. That's where Israel's at right now. That's how it gets more fruit than the least of flocks brought them out. Because that's their philosophy. Everything going.
Israel said they fail, they shoot every missile they got.
Yeah. Everything. So let's leave exactly. Let's leave one point at America. So here you go with prophecy coming into play. Yep. Y'all want to feed, because this is America's fault. Y'all fed this. Starting with England. Yep. Y'all made this creation. Y'all created Israel. Y'all funded them. Y'all gave them tanks and bombs and shit they shouldn't have, man. And now again, the world is like, yo, this is y'all pack, this is y'all problem, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
It's like, yo, like, I was watching a little documentary. They were brought in on planes. Yeah. You know, in 1947.
Yes.
You know,
literally planted their plants.
Plants.
Because they got kicked out of every other country they lived in.
Yeah.
Nobody likes the small hats.
They're showing commercials to us, sending people back to their home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man. Yeah, it's coming. What got something?
And then you got Huckabee saying they've been in this place for years.
Yeah, they're claiming they're in 1,000 years. How dare you?
He just looked racist. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it, man.
It's just facts, man. Again, it's only a matter of time, man. Again, in the age we're in right now, the information velocity, how quick things spread nowadays, man. You can't hide shit from nothing, man.
But that's one thing they wish they never gave to the people.
That
The
you're right.
internet.
The internet.
Yep.
Which that's another talking point too. They might do away with the internet, man.
Yep.
There's already talks about it. They might get rid of the internet. It's gonna be a whole other thing, man. And this is where there's MOTP system ties into play, man. In order for you to segue, the internet now is gonna be considered the dark web soon, man.
Yep.
Watch, man.
Yep.
Yeah, that you're going to be connected to. You literally going to have to be connected to it.
Exactly.
Like, literally.
It says, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware, thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord.
Let's go in the trap. And in the cheese, Esau can't resist himself, man. You know, it's like a dog. If you lay some food in front of him, he can only hold back so long. He's gonna start sweating, start panting, drooling. He's gonna eat it, man. He's gonna turn around and they're gonna grab the food on the ground. That's Esau, man.
Yep.
You know, what's that? The shit he's doing on earth is wickedness. Going into other people's business, trying to, set up his whole democracy and philosophy bullshit,
Yep.
man. Nobody wants your cup no more. No one wants your juice. They don't want it, man. That's what these nations are saying, man.
Yep.
And again, and now, at one point in time, being an American was a prestigious thing around the world. You're an American, you got an American passport, you was royalty.
Yep.
Now they're saying, get out of our country, man. If you're an American, you better talk to somebody.
Yep.
You better call a DJ. This is the consequence, and that's a lot of stuff that's happening because Esau, he'll try to pretend like he's a super mastermind. What's happened is it's the law of unintended consequences, right? So starting with the oppression of these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans, an unintended consequence is the wrath of the Lord, man.
Yeah.
You didn't start short-sighted. You had a short time window. That's how you know. Again, Esau's not set the rule. He always thinks in short time frames. He's short-sighted. You don't take heed to instruction. You don't think of the consequences.
Yep.
He just doubles down on what he's been doing because he's a proud man. But eventually, you're gonna run out of moves, man. That's how war is. That's who loses is the one with the least amount of moves, man. Esau only has one move left, and it's to push the button on this NWO agenda, man. And that's gonna bring in the wrath of Yahweh Shai. So Esau can all he wants. Lord's will, this Iran stuff, it intensifies. And escalates Lord's will.
Yep.
But if it dies down, we know what's going on. That bitter taste, because there's a talking point too about next verse about the Iranians, the younger generation, man. The so-called millennials. They wonder why the old heads saying "fuck America."
Yep.
Like America's is cool, Well, now they get a first-hand experience of why their fathers and their grandparents and their grandmothers said it. The hell with so-called American Israel, man. This is how they play ball, man. Again, Esau's track record in history, man. All the stuff you create, all these enemies, that's happened to you too. They don't have something bad to say about you.
Right.
What you did to the Native Americans, what you did to Jake, the Latino tribes, the earth, is killing whales, dolphins, bees, nigga.
Yeah.
Right. You thinking bees go extinct? You don't like Honey Nut Cheerio?
You don't like honey?
It's true, man. That's how you know he's not meant to rule. He's like a substitute teacher. The nigga don't give a damn about them kids in there.
Yeah.
He coming in with the headphones on.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all seen? I seen a post recently. It said he coming in times where, remember fireflies, the flies that light up. You don't really. When you was younger, you seen them every year. Thousands of them. Now you don't see fireflies no more. You see the prey mantises, see fireflies, all types of other little insects and creatures. Now you don't see them no more.
Yeah, Esau said, I need the energy. I don't need this natural light.
So, it's dumb. Like the natural cycles that the Lord created is for a reason. If you throw it out of whack, nigga, your kingdom gonna be destroyed.
Think of a firefly. Like that's kind of a crazy creation right there.
Yeah,
A fly that blinks light.
it's chemicals.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's like It's still going on, Jeremiah.
Verse 25. Jeremiah 15:25. The Lord has opened his armory.
Ooh, like
I always think about the Kingsman.
yeah, Kingsman
When he pulled, you know,
or Blade.
that one too.
You know,
Yep.
nigga open up that
Yep.
armory. Yeah, man. What's my weapon of choice?
Mm-hmm.
Missiles.
Missiles.
And the Lord pulled up laser beams, man. So it's gonna be a hot summer or whatever.
Yep.
Because again, the Lord knows what He's doing, man.
Hot summer, and if you make it a winter, cold winter.
Oh, yeah. Again, the consequences, man. A world war is not pretty. It's been a long time, man. You know that people, especially in the West, have seen a real war. Real war is bad. Ask the vets. They've been out there. They'll break their hand yelling, talking about we don't want to go to war.
Exactly.
Because you don't know what war is, man. See, we don't. But we trust the Lord, man. What?
Right. You know
Trust the Lord.
that one sniper dude that was in the army, Jake.
Black dude?
Yeah, had the
Yeah, they
little
call him the
dreads.
Reaper.
He had like little long braids with
Yeah,
dreads.
his nickname's the Reaper.
Yeah. He was like, man, these kids, man, they don't know anything about taking a life, what it means, shooting a gun, killing people. You know.
Then he said, yeah, you gotta be, you gotta prepare to like kill like pastors and shit like that.
That's what's stubborn.
The elder out of Mississippi, he was asking about how you was going in about the TikTokers and the army.
Yeah.
But over in Korea, North Korea, they were showing them soldiers breaking glass with their arms and laying down those spikes,
Hell yeah.
doing drills and
Yeah,
shit.
getting beat at the same time. Yeah.
Right.
And then, then they show American, we over here twerking.
Twerking on fucking.
We over here twerking and making TikToks
With a uniform.
with a uniform on. They wish Iran would.
You got some more of that?
Yeah, I'm also from the top. Jeremiah 15:25. The Lord has opened his armory and has brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans.
Yeah, so this is the Lord's work. This ain't us. Our imagination isn't that good, man.
Right.
You know, we can think of some shit, have dreams and visions, but hey, the Lord is way more creative, man. And again, it's a long shot, man. What He prophesied to happen right now. You can't give no glory to man. This ain't no man's doing, man.
The imagination and our minds was given us.
You know, and it ain't even ours. So we just doing our role, man. Blowing the trumpet. That ain't what's coming. Yeah, go ahead.
Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 5. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there has been a prophet among them.
That's talking about the wicked of our people, man. Because as the Yahushua said, a prophet is without honor except in his own house. Exactly. Yeah. We're going to also with our people. You know, you've been warned because the Lord said, "A watchman." You go on the news, Fox News, whatever the hell, CNN, these articles that come out from Reuters and AP News. You know, they'll tell you what's happening, but they're not going to tell you a solution.
Right.
And a lot of times, again, the information you get is fluff because they know people's attention span. It's got a crazy, lofty title. It's all about clickbait. And that's what the world incentivizes engagement, not truth. So, you know, again, these clickbait titles and articles, they're not really informing you. It's just to get your attention. You're not going to read the article anyways, man. So as far as, again, the prophets, they're here to filter, man. Yeah. We'll see how long that lasts, man.
It's cool, man.
It's cool. Yeah, it's right. Yeah, patriotism and all that stuff. We'll see how that plays when you got niggas coming off of airplanes.
Yeah.
USSR.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
The movie Red Dawn, remember that?
The sky is red.
A bunch of Chinese.
The sky is red, man. So again, that's the time we're at, man. And again, we just read it. Whether you hear or forbear, meaning you agree or you deny, man, and you ignore. You shall know what I probably have been among you, man. Because at the end, it shall speak and not lie. You think it's just us? We're just up here talking shit. We don't got nothing better to do, man. We're here to warn. First, get the blood off our hands. Because when we teach ourselves, man. The Spirit hop on you, you do lessons, you stop it, it's like 25 minutes. It's be happy the Spirit. You don't even know how long time you can be going. It's just the Spirit, man. You know, so again, the Spirit is the man. Again, the Lord said the prophet, it's the prophet side. Go to the trumpet. Herald, who's coming? The king's coming. What are people doing? Tying their shoes, getting ready to go out, commit adultery. Best clothes on, best suit and tie on to go to the military. Eat shrimp scampi at Olive Garden. Here it is, the end of the world, man.
Right.
But hey, it is what it is. That's
Yeah. It's Isaiah 55 and 6. It says, I mean, the whole chapter of this is good, but
you want to get it. We got time.
shit. Isaiah 55 and 1. Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to, because all these scriptures tying together.
It's a song.
Yeah. It says, ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that have no money, come ye, buy, eat, and come buy wine with milk, and milk without money, and without price.
We got to proceed. You know?
Yep.
Freely we receive, freely we give, man. And again, you that thirsty, and you want answers. Right? You're looking for a way out, a solution. Because again, with the stuff you get on the news and the articles and stuff that's being bombarded on you on a daily, it makes you mad and anxious, man. You get anxiety.
Yep.
You're like, you read an article about how you got metals in certain foods, like, oh,
Right.
if they say organic, you still getting salmonella. You eating spinach getting salmonella. It's like, bro.
Blueberries killing people. I just seen some. They recalling bottled water.
Yeah.
Not what state or they recalling bottles of water. Blueberries killing people. Strawberries.
These damn cars, all these phones, technology, all this stuff is so new. There's no science behind the side effects of it, man.
Right.
Us even going live, we can bombard it with radiation. Should be getting sick doing videos.
Yep.
You know.
You see that type of stuff, those articles, those clips, and all of a sudden, your job telling you, oh, you ain't gonna have a job in 30 days. You go home.
Yeah.
The woman saying, this is the second time I took the trash out.
Right.
All this shit that the men in the Lord got, you get fucking, man.
Exactly.
Overwhelming.
And the Lord hears our cry, But at the end of the day, it's like, it's so much shit going on, man. It's affecting everybody.
Yeah, the Lord said it. If you want for the elect sake, no flesh to say.
Yeah.
You all be done, man. You all drop dead. The Lord drag his feet. He don't come. Yeah. Man, we're dead, man. We're done, man. We'll be toast. The whole earth will be crisp. Ash. Respect.
Yep.
But hey, call all y'all about your shot, man. Divine intervention is coming, man. It's all setting the stage for him to come back.
Yep.
It's obviously an impossible situation. But Yahshua said, a worst case scenario. It don't get much worse than this.
Yeah.
Shit, Jake in the church talking about you gonna go to hell. Send me. At least I know what I'm dealing with. I'm in hell. Shit hot.
Right.
You gonna poke me?
Fuck, we've been living it.
That's the point.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the point, bro.
Didn't a Native American say something like that? He said,
Yeah, that was the Manassite.
okay.
Y'all in heaven. I ain't trying to go.
Yeah.
Send me the other. Send me some
other way.
Yeah, what was his name, man? I can't remember his name.
I remember you, bro. You said it's people like you there.
Yeah, he said people like you.
Oh
there.
yeah. No, I don't want to go.
Yeah.
Damn. Imagine that. Imagine. Think about that.
Back then,
Bro.
how evil.
That's what I say. Yeah, because people discuss. Look at disgust.
You know how Jake get when you do somebody right and they turn it back on you and fuck you over? Word, that's what we doing. Jake get pissed, yo. Probably gave him daughters. You know what I'm saying? You know how Northern Kingdom get down. We ready to get our daughters away to a fucking devil.
Right. To this day. Slowly but surely.
Oh yeah, they learning.
With them ice and all that. Ice shit died down a little bit.
That they know of.
They know. We know.
Yeah.
We get these.
Yeah, because Minnesota, that shit.
Yeah.
Where they was looking like civil unrest, martial law, all of that. Then that died down quick, and then bam. And you get hit with the Epstein list. Then you get hit with the Iran. And shit, what's next? Let's go. We know something coming next.
False. FLAG.
And that's the thing. Esau Edom, he know how to keep the people on a roller coaster. Give them this, give them that.
Yep.
You know, next thing you know, now this actor might be in the news or this politician might be in the news. You know, everybody get their turn. Everybody go get their season.
Yeah. And that's why the importance of the comforter.
Mm-hmm.
But you got something?
Even us, even Hebrew Israelites had their moment. You know, with the you had the Drewski situation. You know, then you know you got, like I said, you know, I be seeing a lot of interviews and stuff being done. I know brothers saying that they be on, I think this is a real tune. You know them interviews they be having rappers, and now they got Hebrew, they got Tazariak on there and some other it's folly, but you know, it's putting this out there, you know.
This is Psalms 140 and 1. It says, "Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man."
What was that? Esau. Wicked and violent man. This is what this guy does, man. He can't sit still for 2 seconds without grabbing his blessing, man. His sword. He hasn't had nobody fall bleeding. He started feeling like, I'm going off. I'm not in the spirit.
Yep.
How you feel when he ain't being locked in? On the right hand side.
Hold on, man. Enough bodies been dropped. What's going on? Somebody ain't doing their job.
Yeah. Verse 2.
The brave is never satisfied.
Yeah.
You know?
Just think of, that's a sick mentality to be in. You
Yeah.
have everything you can desire and you still not satisfied. That's a miserable existence.
Yeah.
That's Esau. He's miserable. The elites, they're miserable, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're stuck in a situation they can't get out, man. They're just playing their role, but they hate it, man.
Yep.
They hate their lives,
They
man.
literally got the beauties of this world, and
Everything.
everything that it could possibly offer.
Yeah, man.
Islands, mountains.
Exactly. You have everything. You don't even have to just show up, man.
Just being,
Nothing is too far from your reach.
Yeah.
You can have whatever you
just
want.
being paradise.
Because that's his blessing. He has a fatness of earth. What? He has a rule by the sword. That's a terrible life, man.
Jake be happy with a bullshit piece of land. You know, you just leave him alone. He happy with that.
Yeah, a lot of it has to do with Jake not having shit either.
Yeah, it's psychological.
Yeah, it's psychological. When you see these Jakes, these entertainers that get shit, you know, what do they resort to? Trying to take themselves out of it, messing with men, messing with men, women messing with women, because they don't reach the pinnacle of fucking fulfilling the flesh.
Yeah, you're right. Because
You
you
know?
think about our so-called success stories with Jake, none of them ever end well.
Yeah.
It's like the end state is always terrible. Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Diddy. You know, these are people that was looked up to in the so-called black community. MJ, Michael Jordan, all the MJs. Michael Jordan,
Magic Johnson. Yeah.
Michael Jackson, Magic Johnson. It's like, damn. And that's women too, man.
Yeah.
Erica Badu.
Happy ever after.
This bitch is crazy.
They said she about to be out of here. She was, y'all see what? She was predicting her deletion. Yeah, she was like, I can't hold it off. It was some end up going into it.
I'm about to say, yeah, she
Yeah.
probably called it upon herself.
Selling vagina perfume shit.
Yeah. It's all done, man. But again, you see the people of our so-called nation that make it, they all through, man.
Yeah.
Kids is moles, Sade, or all the kids, all niggas got kids, they all bugged out. Or getting killed. What's his name? Lil Jon.
Yeah.
Random as fuck.
Five.
Yeah. Lil Jon's son got found in the river or some
Yeah.
shit. What the fuck?
Now he's on tour.
Now he on tour. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
it'd be some weird shit situations.
So we
like
rather
that.
we just rather stay on the Lord, man. Because again, the person y'all got, we'll pass on that.
Yeah.
Let us get what we have, endure,
Give
daily
us
bread.
that daily bread.
We chilling, man. It's not worth it. So short and skinny, man. It's not worth it.
Verse 2. Which imagine mischief in their heart, continually are they gathered together for war.
Continually, they come together and sit at the big table to start shit.
Mm-hmm.
There's no conversation of, I think we're kind of doing too much. They'll delete that dude. They say, what? They'll get the butler and tell him to get the butler. Yeah. Because that's who they are, man. The spirit in them is not upright. They just have to. They're sitting together. They're gonna find a way to be evil. It's like when you sit up with a bunch of Edomites in these college parties. What they gonna do? Start being nasty and freaky, man. Drawing dicks on people, poking asses and stuff. That's what they do, man. That's how Esau is. So imagine Esau with power, man, and influence. So that's why the world is fucked up, man.
Where Esau go put a finger up your hands and holler snake.
Exactly. and that's fun to them.
I'm a devil, man.
That's fun to them, man.
I got a precept. This is Micah 2:1. It says, "Woe unto them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand."
You go to that practice, it's witchcraft.
Yep.
No, that's their MO, man. Sorcery. Witches and warlocks. Left hand side means, man. Because again, going to that craft goes into masonry, man. Secret societies. They're like just masonry alone, man. Stuff that leaks. The handshakes. It's real intricate, man. How you greet a motherfucker. You gotta hold the thumb and all this other shit.
Yeah. I've seen churches, old churches with Eastern star signs and Mason symbols on them all the time.
Yeah, that's their craft, man. That's because it's in the power of their hand to do so, man. So what do? They lean to the left. Anytime they, have some idle time, what are you gonna do? Lean to the left. Throw more poison in the air. Barium, aluminum, throw all on top of it.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is, yep.
And again, a lot of people laugh at this stuff. You call us tinfoil hat conspiracy theorists. Alex Jones being our camp leader.
High priest.
Yeah. Which Alex
man.
Jones, he sold out.
Yeah, you can
He
tell.
control out, but
Yeah.
again, the stuff he was bringing out, it's true, man.
Yep.
You find out, truth is stranger than fiction, man. What these devils are really doing. Again, what came out is these people eating motherfucking people, man.
Yep.
Right. What's worse than that? You eating somebody. So nothing is off the table.
Hey, there's no thing upon the sun. What do you think they were doing when they came over here, man? They were
Right.
digging up the bodies of people that died. And God, we're like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, let me show you how to cultivate. Let me show you how to live on
Season it.
yeah.
It's a season.
Fucking sleazy, man.
Go ahead.
Verse 3, they have sharpened their tongues like a serpent.
Yep, sharpen their tongues like a serpent. It goes to these politicians, man. How they talk up on the podiums, man. These interviews, ask these post questions, post Iran. These niggas proud as hell, boy.
Right. You remember back when we had the wildfires in California?
Yeah.
And I think it was the mayor out there, Newsom. He was like, what are you gonna do about this? And he was like, I'm gonna call the truck down. And walk away. You know?
But that's that. Going to their so-called government system, man. Two ones that can land space to dragon.
Yep.
You got the left and the right.
Yeah.
Which now, because they're complaining about Republicans now, they're like, yeah, not a Democrat, not a left gonna come in. It's like, bro.
Yep.
This is a joke, man.
And it's funny because the lady was like, well, can you put up on speaker? He closed the door. See? Got in one of them black SUVs and drove the hell off.
Yeah. Politicians, they don't do nothing, man. They don't do a damn thing. Where is a politician in the scriptures?
Right.
King David didn't say, let me go to the Democrat.
Right.
King David was a Republican. It's the house of David.
That's it.
It's a monarchy. That's why this whole setup was
In working roles.
started with the Greeks. Athens. That's where the democracy was born. What happened with Athens? It turned to tyranny. And that's where
They was killing each other anyway back then.
the Civil War. You go to Peloponnesian Wars. Is it Peloponnesian? Yeah, Peloponnesian Wars. Yeah, the Greek city-states fought amongst each other, man. And then they come back, they do construction.
It's the fucking flag. Yeah, I thought, again, but it's the flag move.
They go to Peloponnesian Wars.
Yeah. I was looking up.
But, eventually it turned into tyranny, man, and tyranny.
It did.
Tyrants. That's what's happening in so-called America, man.
Yeah,
Corruption.
They got a school right here.
Backbiting.
Oh, sorry, go ahead, bro.
No, you got it, man.
No, I was gonna say they got a school, a high school right here called Athens. Yeah, I always think about that. You know.
They said it didn't work. It failed.
Yeah.
Why would you do it again?
Yeah, keep reading my brother.
This is I'll read verse 3 again. This is Psalms 140 and 3. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adders poison is under their lips.
Right.
Help again.
That's all it is. So what did God say? This man speaks with a forked tongue. You know, going back to the scriptures, man. That's what this devil is about. And a lot of our people are really just now waking up to the fact, but they don't know what to do about it. You know?
And that's the thing. He never changed.
Yeah.
He never changed. Throughout history, you saw so-called history. He's always been the same. He just, you know, we always say, nigga, Shang Tsung, just both through sides. You know, he's a deceiver, man. He's a serpent.
The devil that the Bible speaks of. You want to get that in Psalms.
Hey, what that N-Dub say? Well, she gave Trump a kiss. Y'all saw that? She was like, and I love him. Leave him alone.
Oh, man.
He's trying to do it. Leave the man alone. He's trying to do it.
yeah.
I forgot what she said.
She called the holy demon.
Yeah, she called him.
Leave him alone.
It was, I seen a photo, bro. It was a bunch of Jake praying on Trump or something.
This was before. It was like a couple of weeks before
Okay,
that
so-
happened. Yeah.
Well, you can have that nigga and that bitch.
Yeah.
Y'all got a priestess speaking on the characteristics of Esau, Edom, the devil, the deceiver that the Bible speaks of. This is Psalm chapter 55, verse 20. He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
Yeah, like we saying when they were trying to deal with Iran, so-called peace deals. How you in the middle of a peace deal bombing?
The Hamas and Gaza.
Yeah.
Peace, but when the food aid come, y'all playing with the people, shooting at the ground, preventing them from getting the food. That is fucked up.
And that's a war crime.
Right. They laughing and giggling and shit. People starving, getting shot at. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. And are we not seeing that with Trump? Peace, global Nobel Peace Prize. You want to have peace with Russia, Ukraine. You want to have peace with Israel and Gaza.
That was the whole campaign was
Yeah,
about.
peace,
You know?
peace.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yet, his tongue was a drawn sword.
That nigga lied.
Trump screamed peace a lot. Peace. But every time he turn around, somebody getting bombed.
Say no more wars, remember?
It was 30 days.
It's 30 days. No more wars, ceasefires.
Yep.
But yet, this a nigga that's causing all the missiles to be fired.
And Lee said, play ball, boy. We got you on your smile, so, you know? Yep.
Maybe he did really believe that shit.
Yeah.
He got his ass sat down.
Yep.
Talking about, but tell a piece, but we gonna do the complete opposite.
Just think about it. There was a lot of hope. They call him the Great White Hope.
Yeah.
Trump was out of the system. He wasn't part of that whole political. He was just a fucking failed businessman.
Right.
So for Trump, so-called regular dude, which was always so fucking influential, whatever, can be the president of the United States. That was like, because that's what the whole before Trump, people were tired of again these politicians becoming presidents and dealing with the shit that which ultimately is the status quo of being a president.
Yep.
Foolish wars, a bunch of spending, and not taking care of your people. Well, what's happened since Trump did it? Same thing, man. So his ass got sat down, he got sold out, man, because like you said, the e-files, man.
Hey.
But look, Trump, his first run, what did he do? He dropped the mother of all bombs.
Yeah.
Who he dropped that on?
See, that go back to that memory. Our memories are fucted up.
And that was only like 5 years ago. He came in and dropped the mother of all bombs. It was a huge explosion. That shit was all in the news.
Oh, was that Russian?
Nah. He dropped it in the Middle East.
Oh, they got something like that. I think he said.
No, Russia got the Satan
Satan,
missiles.
yeah,
Russia got Satan 1 and Satan 2.
Yeah.
But Trump dropped the mother of all bombs when he came back.
I'm going.
You remember that, though?
Yeah, I remember it.
Afghanistan? You dropped it on Afghanistan?
It says April 13, 2017, the United States dropped a GBU 43D massive, whatever the fuck. Moab.
Yep.
Yeah, Moab.
Yep. That's it.
Yep.
Mother of all bombs.
ISIS.
Yep. So that was his first go around. He came in through the door
Yeah.
dropping bombs.
22,000 pound weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now
they,
look,
they didn't go through like down like.
it went down and so
Yeah, that's right.
bunker buster. So he did that his first go around. Came in the second term breaking records, causing more war.
Nero.
So he took fourth turn and Biden came in, messed things up some more, and then Trump came in and started dropping bombs again. Trump, I mean, if you got eyes to see, Trump the war man. He the war man.
Yeah, first 100 days of office.
Yeah.
Yeah. First 100 days of office, he dropping mother of all bombs.
And now you see, I saw a video clip where Edomites were taking the Trump sticker off his car. You know? Not good, man. You got your own men, your own countrymen that went to war, you know, are bucking up against you.
Yeah.
It don't look good, man.
Well, that makes more fruit to that Simpsons episode when Trump got deleted.
Yeah.
Because they need a scapegoat. They need a scapegoat. America's on a high seat.
Yep.
That trust that so-called America had to push the agendas of the elites, it's not working no more. So what they got to do is they got to make somebody the bad guy. And they're saying about Trump being impeached. We'll see. But they might delete his ass.
Well, they're going to have to because he's already starting a war. And once war is going down,
You can't take him out.
Can't take him out. Yeah.
That was the point of
And he still got time before his election is over.
Huh.
What is it? 2029, 2030?
But they got midterms. You can still midterms coming up. They can vote him out. What's
Yeah. What we got?
I got something back here.
Okay. I want to get some props to shoot, like, you know, just.
This is Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 12 and 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagines how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he would not be satisfied with blood.
So he don't care. He'll take it at the farm. As you say, he don't hate blood. He loves blood, man.
Mm-hmm.
As you see, motherfucker drinking
Yeah.
like Gatorade. You in the game, you tired, you get Gatorade, nigga grabbing blood.
Yeah. They what's that scripture? Blood in the life, blood in the life.
Life is in the blood.
Yeah.
That's why we're not supposed to consume.
Yeah. And they literally go into that, man. Like you said.
They inject themselves.
Yeah.
I don't know, brother, you ever seen the movie Hamilton?
Great. Yeah.
I don't know if y'all
They made them take blood. I seen that
I don't know if y'all ever seen that, the movie Man with Marlon Wayans. He was hooking himself up to an IV. Like said, if it was another great player or something like that, younger player, like he was like basically like putting that other great player's blood in himself. You know, like, basically like how the elites, you know, they go get younger, fresh blood, and then they injected it to themselves.
They said Kobe was doing that. With his own blood, though, they said.
Yeah, they get into weird shit like that, you know. It's like, I don't know, it's healing, it gives you more light.
Yeah.
That Jordan Peele been making a lot of movies. It's like, you know,
They got,
questions.
that make you look into that.
They in that world.
Yeah.
They in that world, man.
You see a lot without saying.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna make a movie on this.
Can't give them too much though, you know, but we gotta give them enough.
It's comedy. All those movies that come out are considered comedy.
Exactly.
That's what they're allowed to do. It's a whole rule in ancient times that only the jester is allowed to tell the truth. The jester is the person that makes jokes. That's why comedians, I'm about to go into it. For sure, I had a possible ball goes into it. comedy goes into comedic. Comedic, it goes into truth. Yep. So comedy, the best comedy is always truth. Yep.
Eddie Griffin. Eddie Griffin told a lot of truth. You know?
And they all know about the Israelites too, best believe. Oh yeah. You know?
Yeah, well, the major city, they walk right past and some stop and listen.
Remember Mike Epps, Ricky Smiley, and all of them making the parodies.
One of them got deleted.
Ricky Harris.
Ricky Harris.
Yeah, I said Ricky Smiley, my bad.
I think he said something about us too though. Yeah, Ricky Smiley. What was you reading before that though? Did you finish it? I don't think you finished it.
I was gonna go with the 7. Yeah. I had.
But read it again though. Finish out what you was reading.
Okay. This is Psalm 140. Psalm 140:3. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips.
Yeah, they sharpen their tongues, man. Right? And you know, adder, right? Read that part again.
Psalm 140:3. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent.
Mm-hmm.
Adder's poison is under their lips.
Yeah, poison. Right? So what they push forward, what they spew out, is no good for you, man. All right, and they do it once again through the power of the pen, through the laws. All right, that they push forth. And one thing they're pushing now is major war, man. Major war. What they say, the holy war. They're calling this a holy war, which is all spiritual in itself, and it is a holy war, right? And where did they get that from? They got it from the prophets, man.
They're saying it's the war of Armageddon, the usher
Yeah.
in the return of Jesus.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They try to hijack the narrative because there's no other logical reason why this is happening. As far as again, why we at war with Iran. That's why they gotta bring God. And that's what Esau did when he came with them slave ships, man.
Yep.
Brought the good ship Jesus on you, man.
Yeah.
God said I can do this. That's all good, man.
That's what they said. They're bringing Jesus back.
See?
They're using this prophecies that in scripture that they're butchering wrong, right? So they can have an excuse to do their wickedness, man.
Exactly. This is their so-called holy war.
Yeah.
Remember, they're opposites. So this is their demonic war. You don't go to war for a motherfucker that is in that Epstein list, dog.
You ever ran that Joel?
No, he was old.
Yeah. Holy war. Like you say, he's trying to control the narrative, man. Yeah.
You don't even believe the shit he's saying.
He can't.
This is Joel, chapter 3, verse 2. Then I'm gonna dump the verse 10. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start at verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
So our restoration, that happened first before WWE. Before the MOTB's made mandatory. The Lord gathered us up and woke us up first. He told us what's going to happen, what he's going to do, man. Because why would he bring the wrath if he didn't want his servants, man? Right.
I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
Jehoshaphat, right? Which, you know, the Most High's judgment, right? Yahweh's judgment is going. Yeah, Yahweh's Shabbat. That's right. Which is going to be played out what the idiots call the Middle East, right? Which is really Western Asia. You know,
Is it Western or Eastern?
yeah, West, yeah, West,
Okay,
yeah,
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 because
yeah.
East
Yeah,
Asia still,
it's
yeah,
further
yeah,
to-
yeah, yep. You know, which is really Western Asia, man. Asia, you know,
Levant,
yeah, the Levant.
yeah, Levant is like it's, Africa, going to Morocco area,
Hmm.
Egypt, Middle East, Jordan, Israel,
Yep.
Palestine, Syria. Not necessarily.
Yeah.
The Fertile Crescent goes into the major rivers, Nile, the Euphrates. It also goes into going to the Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden is Jerusalem.
Yep.
Eden just means earth paradise. You've been so far removed from the ancient language and landmarks, you confuse the geography. Like what, but when we say the Middle East, you know the Middle East.
That's what we, yeah. Like I said, for the idiots.
There really ain't no such thing as the Middle East.
Like no such thing as no West Indian,
Right.
you know.
Right.
You're right. Western.
Yeah, I'm West Indian. Or look, or Dominican,
Right.
you know. That goes into he's a dog of the god. Something to that effect. The god, the dog of the dog of the god, the god of the dog, something to that effect.
Yeah.
You know what point of Dominican goes into. But anyway, go on and digress.
I'm gonna jump to verse 10.
Third line.
No, verse 9.
Yeah.
Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles.
Mm-hmm.
Prepare war.
Did you finish
Yeah, I'm
three?
finished. I'm finished.
No, yeah.
Those
Read,
that scattered among the nations part of my
yeah,
life.
read that again, Bubba, for sure.
Let's start at verse 2. I will gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Said it, one area with the east of Mediterranean Sea where it meets Asia.
If I may say real fast, because what backs that up is Proverbs 21. The king's hands in the heart of the Lord.
Yep. And some months back over that way, around your, around the Strait of Hormuz, around Iran, there was blood rain. Y'all remember that? There was blood rain some months back over there around that area. And that's a sign, over there in the Persian Gulf area, there was blood rain. And over there in the Persian Gulf area is the Valley of Jehoshaphat. All right, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
He goes to judge. There I'll judge the nations. So the Lord is having this world global conflict to judge all the nations that put a hand upon Jerusalem, man. The real people, man.
Yep.
So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and those who have been scattered over the folk on this earth, man. So the Lord said, okay, I got something for y'all, man. I'm gonna gather y'all here, and I'm gonna plead for my people, man. Because again, if it was up to the nations, again, they would care about Jacob. We'd be disintegrated, man.
Yeah.
Again, this is the Lord judging, man.
If I may say, I think about, wrestling, like tag team wrestling, when the one guy's being beat down, he's looking to tag, he comes to tag him, the teammate comes in and start going, that's what Yahweh Shah is getting ready to do, man.
Rock kicking everybody.
Yeah. Cause we beat down, we defeated. We don't have any might. We don't have an army. We don't, our army's in the heavens. That was it.
Yep. So again, they parted our land because who's in our land now, man? Imposters. They split up our land and took it for themselves, man.
Hey, the scripture of bastard shall dwell in Ashdod.
Thanks. And now you got the state,
The state,
not the nation,
right?
the state of Israel.
Verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords.
And is that not what we see happening? See, this is a prophecy that Esau's trying to stop right now, man. Oh, we don't want we know. So you mean to tell me you the only motherfuckers that are allowed to have some shit?
Right.
Nation is saying, fuck you, man. We gonna get together, we gonna trade, we'll do what we gotta do, right? To build ourselves up.
What you mean I can't have a gun? Everybody else got a gun.
You got the biggest gun on the block.
That's literally happened with Iran right now, man. They say, okay, we better make one now since y'all saying we got it, we might as well make it.
Mm-hmm.
And again, they've been prepared for this. They've been moving assets and stuff for a long time because they know what Esau wants to do, man. It's hard to figure it out, man. He wanted to surround Iran because that's the final showdown, man.
That's the final. You know what I'm saying? Because they know Israel want to expand and take over that whole region. So they know the plan. And Trump being deceitful, acting like he's done Iran a favor, saying, well, hey, now you guys can take over your government and change the regime and this, that, and the third. But he's not really helping those people, you know? Because, you know, at the end, they just go try to come in there and take it over with anyway.
Well, once again, it's the Western media. You know, these people don't want. They didn't care about a regime change. They wanted y'all niggas out of here. You know what I'm saying? But the West will eat it up and saying like America's doing something good for these people. Oh, he's killing his own people. No, nigga, you doing it. And people will wake up to his bullshit.
Same thing they were Venezuela.
Yeah.
We got your president. You people take over the country now.
Yeah.
Everybody was out there in the streets cheering. They was mad, pissed off about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Can't fuck with that.
And they said that's a part of the whole Iran thing too. They got to get certain oil and stuff from there to make the oil
To mix it, yeah.
to mix it and make it work.
Yeah, because that oil is super thick.
Yeah.
You know, they got to blend it with what's over there in that land.
Yeah, because again, the bigger picture why Esau's doing that, like it's oil, man, like what I'm saying, man. And it's tied to what? It's tied to that dollar, man.
Oil.
Oil, what oil?
Oil. That's your cookie.
Oil resources.
It's the petrodollar. The petrodollar is how Esau's paying his dollar.
Yep.
Because the world's going to go around his system, but they have to use his money. So without, again, that oil backing up his money, remember, America's how much debt? A number you can't even imagine. Man.
Yeah.
So let's keep it hold up, which is international trade. Yeah, that's his money.
Even with the Greenland situation, ain't nobody thinking about Greenland, and Greenland ain't thinking about nobody. But here it is, Trump want to take over Greenland. It's because of the natural resources that Greenland has. Yeah. You know?
No, and that's territory.
It's territory, resources.
Yeah.
But you know, NATO like, hey, now you doing too much because now you thinking about shit that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Now you just being greedy at this point.
Oh yeah.
Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong.
They ain't making non-bread no more. They making bombs. No hummus. They making bombs.
You see North Korea pop more shit than anybody. Like, yeah, we got that. We got ICBMs for you. Oh, matter of fact, yeah, we be testing them all the time too. I know you see that. And North Korea is a very small country. North Korea was starving its own people so they could put the money towards the nuclear arsenal.
Yeah, China too. China was telling people years ago, not to waste any food.
Yep.
There's a lot of shit, man. Like I said, it's all the Western media. Like they said about the China was giving him intel to leave, but he wanted to be martyred because he knew his death would unite media say that even about being dead, they were born in that. They said, you just started a religious war, man. That's the worst kind of war, man.
Yep.
You dealing with Allah Akbar niggas, man.
Yep. Yeah.
Right.
You gotta remember, they're brothers in that area. Yeah, brothers. Yeah.
The Arab world is united. Look at what Esau's doing.
Yep.
You gotta think. It ain't just Iran. It's Hamas. It's Afghanistan,
Turkey.
Pakistan,
Yep.
Turkey, India. It's that's a whole Muslim region. And then you got Ethiopians and Somalians and all that. Them all Muslims.
Yeah, you gotta remember, Ishmael is wild, man. Yeah.
The Northern Africa countries, those all Muslims. Yeah, all Muslims. Yemen, Morocco, Somalia, Ethiopia, all Muslims.
You have ISIS pets and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, all that money is being put into war now, because that's the times we in. You know?
And this goes into the Albert Pike's prophecy of WW3, man. It's gonna be the Arab nations against the Zionists.
Yep.
This is what's happening. So hey, the elites, they know what they're doing, man. For the everyday Joe Smoke, even so-called politicians, they're just being used, man.
Yep.
Trump, he might believe his own bullshit. He might be being deceived too, man.
Yep.
Because again, the elites is handlers. Motherfucker got handlers. You the president got a handler?
Who knows? He probably croaked.
Oh, he's probably dead. They say Joe Biden's dead. And Epstein.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Biden in the news lately.
Yeah, he's gone, man.
I mean,
I wouldn't- I
he
wouldn't-
was on his way
yeah.
out anyway. He
Weekend at Bernie's nigga.
was just a damn empty shell anyway. At that
Yeah. Come on, man. Only thing that nigga knew was his favorite ice cream.
I ain't gonna say nurse on him. I know he got money. He, somewhere in the house getting taken care of by CNA. This is verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen. All right, and this is all heathens too, gathering together before. And gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Shit, every heathen nation is gonna meet up in that region too. Matter of fact, if you want to get technical, a lot of them already do got some kind of presence down there. It's just not as heavy as America's, but
Got allies,
yeah.
you know.
China already down there. China been setting up shop in Africa for years now. I've been reading. China down there, Russia, that's Iran's ally, and they've been making relations tighter over the recent years as well. You know,
Well, I mean, say it all goes back to the money. They want to get away from the dollar.
yeah.
You know, these countries want to go back to gold and silver.
BRICS nations,
BRICS
yeah.
nations. I think the United Arab Emirates, weren't they going to be a part of BRICS?
I don't remember.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's. Give me if I'm wrong. But yeah, you got all these nations joining BRICS or wanting to sign up with BRICS, just so they could get away from the US dollar. Because the US dollar, every day, the value of it decreases.
In some aspects, there's power in numbers. And these countries are seeing it. But once again, they are, yeah.
You got an Arab Emirates, and that's big because that's oil.
Which is crazy too, because that's one of America's greatest allies in the world.
Everybody go in there and send up shop like Mr. Beach and all the places. Send up theme parks over there.
The theme parks, they trying to buy up all the sports. Shit, I might say, the one Arab nigga bought boxing. Trying to buy now I notice they trying to get MMA fighters. They trying to bring all the soccer players over there, golf players. They trying to pretty much take over the entertainment world from the sports.
I got a quick precept. This is Psalms chapter 1, Slakia. Chapter 2. It says, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Right? What is all leading to? Who they see America on, on its way down. You know? So the only thing they're doing is they're jockeying for position. We get this man out, but at the end of the day, it's all BS, man. It's all in vain. It says, the kings of the earth set themselves and rulers to take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. It says, he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. Somebody want it? That's the point, man. The Lord's thoughts and plans are going to stand, man. Okay? Contrary to popular belief. Contrary to what's going on. Who's linking up with who? Who wants to do what? The Lord's will is going to stand, man. That's made me think about that.
That's the beauty, man. That's the comfort. Because again, like we were saying, all the stuff that's happening on the earth, we fucked up too, man. We get up, back hurt, head hurt, got work tomorrow. Then we got be in the spirit, and be locked in, and try to focus, have balance, act normal. Yeah, try to blend in.
Nobody love you.
Nobody give you no respect or love.
Can't get a back rub.
Right. Nothing. But the Lord, as it says in Jeremiah, He will give us an expected end. The beautiful part is we know how this thing ends, man.
Right.
We walk by faith, we don't know our hearts so-called story. We hope we part of the elect. We know the good guys are going to win. So we sleep well at night, man. Our situation, it is what it is. We just got to endure it. But we know the Lord's in control, and that's what takes away the power from Esau. Yep. We'll say Trump, we'll say the elite, we'll say Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. Yep. Because if it wasn't, then why is the word speaking for itself?
There you go. And once again, all these, we're not going to just have World War III. We're out of here. There's things that's going to lead up, like, the hour temptation.
Yeah, still got time.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Because again, we get anxious too, man. We see that Iran getting bombed.
Oh yeah.
But you gotta have experience, man. Yeah, it's become age in this thing. You know that things gotta be done in order, man.
Certain things have to come to pass first. Certain prophecies have to be fulfilled first, because the missiles that's the grand finale. I'm saying nuclear destruction is that's right before the movie credits come on.
I got a quick precept. This is Psalms 9 and 15. It says, matter of fact, I'm sorry, 13. It says, have mercy upon me, O Lord. Consider my trouble which I suffer on them that hate me. Thou liftest me up from the gates of death, that I may show forth all thy praise in the gates of the daughter of Zion. I will rejoice in thy salvation. Reading on. It says, verse 15, the heathen are sunken down in the pit that they made, in the net which they hid in their own foot taken. It says,
It is to themselves, man. Because
right.
us, just normal dudes. See whatever happens, man. So we're gonna get them guys. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do ABC. What can we really do to resist it? Can't do anything. All we can do is pray. What did the Lord call us in the book of Jeremiah? Thou one Jacob, man.
Right.
It's Jeremiah or Isaiah. I might get Isaiah. Fear not thy worm Jacob. Sounds like Isaiah.
Yeah.
Fear not thy worm Jacob, man. Because what is that word?
We can't remember everything, man. Brothers gotta look stuff, look it up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That worm Jacob. We're defenseless. Worm don't got teeth.
Hey, if I may say,
Can't even run.
Right. Look at our forefathers. For the most part, they don't fight back when he was being, thrown in the lion's den. Exactly. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Yahweh Shai. Was he giving resistance? At the end of the day, we gotta go with what the Lord. You know what I'm saying?
It's a course.
Yeah.
It's a course of prophecy.
Like sheep led to the slaughter.
Yes. It's a Lord have mercy on us.
Yeah.
It's facts.
Psalms 9:15 says the heathen are sunken down in the pit that they made, and the net which they hid is their own foot taken. It said, well, it makes me about Haman too. You know? It says, verse 16, the Lord is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. It says, the wicked shall be turned to hell, and all nations that forgot Yahweh. Oh,
That was a condition.
yep.
You're not going to suffer, man. Because over there in the Middle East, you know, of course, Esau, I talk about Esau as well. What's happened to Joe Smo, he's done, man. But the elites of Esau, again, we was talking about earlier, this guy, you know, he don't even have to touch the ground if he wants to. He got private jets, he got yachts, you know, he get drove around in real blacked out bulletproof vehicles, you know. And again, Moab, you got the elites of Moab, you got the elites of Ammon. They got kings and princes, you know. You know the princes over there in Saudi, motherfuckers driving Bugattis and dirt.
Pet cheetahs and
Pet
lions
cheetahs.
and shit.
Right. Did y'all see that clip of it was an NBA All-Star and how many private jets left
Yeah,
and went back over to the east? It made me think. Yeah, I think it was the All-Star game that just passed.
yeah.
You know, because all them, you know, all, who do you think is in the front row in them seats? You know,
Arab.
like the king, yeah, the Arab, the kings of the earth, man, they're children. You know, you see somebody sitting beside fucking, I don't know, Kanye West at the game. That's probably one of their kids or something. Who knows? But you know,
So they're gonna pay.
yeah.
This is
Yeah, I had something too though.
okay. This is Psalms 35:8. Let destruction come upon him at unawares, and let his net that he has hid catch himself into that very destruction. Let him fall.
So he's all doing it to himself. Like how Esau do, he self deletes. That's what he does. That's Esau's legacy. Is a self deleter. All he does it to himself. So all the evil he's doing, think about it. The earth he's destroying, he lives here.
That's
You're a
right.
king destroying your inheritance, which is just your blessing, you're destroying it. Why would you do that? The air you breathe, the water you drink, in one way or another, you're drinking polluted water, man.
With the power and resources to make things even more perfect.
And if he did have a righteous motive, he would make it right.
Like
Overnight.
like they said, okay, we got all these oil pipelines, but ain't nobody think to create a giant pipeline for water. You know, for Africa or the Middle East or for whatever country that needs clean water. You know, we got all this water on the planet.
Detroit still needs clean water.
You know, you think they'd create some pipelines of water and use the technology they have to transform ocean water into good drinking water.
Yeah.
You know, like it's
like
then they wicked, man. You got it.
if I may say, it's like, you know, we get mad because the scripture says surely oppression make a wise man mad. But in the day, you know, you understand the scripture.
That's it.
The scripture say he was set up to take peace from the earth. So what he, you know, what makes sense to all of us, he's not going to do because he was set up to do a job.
And that's why
Specifically, fuck everything up.
and that's why Joshua put the points of grace. Because if it wasn't for Yahushua, again, how the hell would we get out of this? You know, carnally, done. Spiritually, without Yahushua, done. Done, man. So that's why for you, the law, statutes, commandments, you super Pharisees, scribes, talking about super Israelites,
All right.
talking about, you know, you keep all the laws. You don't, the Zariac say that shit?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
You don't break no laws. You're a liar, man. You're not the truth, man.
Exactly.
Because for one, you hate your brother. Here it is. We out here in truth and sincerity. You got always something to say about GMS talking about gratefulness. That's not keeping the law. That's slander.
That's slander.
Show us the video of us doing whatever he said we be doing. Man.
That's slander, and that alone is transgressive because you bearing false witness. know, the scripture says the Lord hates a liar.
Oh,
That's
shit.
that's one thing. That's one thing the Lord say, and that's in the list in Proverbs. What's it, 16 or 7? 16 the Lord hates, and the 7th is an abomination.
Yeah, probably.
And one of the things the Lord hates is a liar. That you're not supposed to bear false witness on the next individual. And GMS being grapers, that's a lie. And one of the last people to say we was grapers is now currently sitting in prison. You know, and he probably gonna be in there until the missiles drop.
Off the heart, you can see the missiles coming through the window.
Because he got about 10 years, didn't he? Yeah. We ain't got 10 years left in this. Lord's willing, we don't. We ain't got 10 years left in this wicked sinful kingdom and society. So he's gonna die behind bars after shooting up Bibles and saying GMS is grapers and this, that, and the third. Remember, the scripture says every man, every idle word should be accounted thereof in the day of judgment.
I got something for you, Michael Hudson. You got quoted something to spark this.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll come back to you, but or me. Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thy enemies. It says, and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee.
Okay, so the Lord's turning the tables, man. You want to get on Jacob about being lazy, being bums, and all the stuff that Jacob get into as he's a product of his environment. He's just trying to adapt and get through what he can because you set up the tradition that he lives in. YN is Esau's creation.
Y'all done? No. Oh, how about it?
YN is Esau's creation, man. Who created the YN? Esau.
Oh,
Who allowed this culture to perpetuate in the nation of Israel? Esau.
good, bro.
He funded this so-called black culture.
See,
Man.
bro.
Esau.
Oh, it's smiling over there. Okay, come. You know, it's funny. They say smile is contagious. I was smiling, and then the lady looked, and she started smiling. Like,
Isn't that bad?
yeah,
Come on, man.
He the good guy.
Right.
really,
You'll find out.
right. So I'm gonna read it one more time. This is Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7, and the Lord will put all these curses.
Oh yeah, big curses.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole shit.
Yep.
That they got to deal with. And it's not gonna be little and little like the Lord did with us because He chastises little and little. Not all the curses fit every single Israelite.
Exactly.
But every curse gonna hit Esau. He gonna have stank.
Yep.
You know, we're talking about Edomite women in the kingdom. Who knows, man? They might be stinking the kingdom. They might have the curses on them.
Let's see the
Right.
ones
that we like,
we not dealing with.
We got power.
But the ones they got, they gonna be smelling wretched.
We can fix that.
Right. If I may say real fast, just like with Judah and business ventures, you don't see too many black businesses.
Yeah.
You see Issachar got businesses, got food trucks, got this and that. You know what I'm saying? So,
This smell got all the gas stations, all the corner stores, all the smoke shops.
well, yeah,
you're talking about
Jake though, yeah,
Oh, you
yeah,
talking about old Jake?
yeah, Jake. You know, because y'all always talking about different curses amongst Jake. We all up on the
yeah,
curses.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
You know, yeah, but you know, certain curses
stick
hit
to certain
like
tribes.
the scout.
Yep.
That hit Eve. That hit
Judah.
yeah, Judah, Southern Kingdom.
Yeah, 'cause the other tribe,
They got it here, yeah.
that's facts. But Esau, specifically Esau, you nation gonna catch curses too.
Yep.
But Esau, he gonna get every curse that is on Deuteronomy 20th chapter 14 on down.
Yep.
Every curse. In fear of his life, wondering if his woman gonna step out on him.
Yep.
You're not gonna be commit adultery.
Hell
But it
no.
don't mean Esau not gonna do it.
Right.
His woman gonna step out on another, maybe a better Edomite. They got a little better so-called job.
Yeah.
You know, he might not be picking up big. He might not be picking up big shit. He might pick up little shit.
Yeah.
You know, he might have a so-called better quality of life.
Right.
So she gonna step out with him because he pick up the little shit. It don't stink as much when he come back to the hole we live in.
You're not even Harry.
He and his Harry.
This is Deuteronomy 37. The Lord and the Lord is going to do this. The Lord,
Yeah.
thy God, will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So, did these nations not persecute us? All right. Don't these? Yeah. To this day, don't these nations hate us? Yeah, they do. Psalms 83. Right. And look, like Scripture say, though it tarry, wait for it, because this is gonna come to pass, man.
And the beautiful part is it's happening.
It's happening, man.
It's happening. You see, the Sheeta might jump and ship.
Bro,
She hopping on Jake.
I was telling you. I was at a work event and Edomite came over with a daughter. Yeah, she's I'm not gonna get in where I was at, but she's like, I like how you was doing that over there. Totally caught me off guard, bro.
Damn.
One of those like goth looking like
Yeah.
Edomites. She was with her daughter at the little event thing, and I was like, oh, and she was just sitting there smiling like, what's for me to say something to her? And I was like, all right, thank you. And then I was out shopping, and probably about 50-year-old white woman, she wasn't ugly,
Straight.
I was telling the boy, a little thin man, little thin man, and she was trying to have a conversation with me, and I'm like,
Get you on guard.
yeah, it caught me off guard.
She broke the ice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because the Lord's lifting the curses off of us, man.
Yeah.
Start with your leg. It's
Yep.
weird.
Weird,
we
bro.
used to not getting a chance. We used to not, whatever, how the Lord be blessing us sometimes, man. You feel
Exactly.
guilty sometimes. You get like paranoid sometimes. You get so-called good luck. You're like, hey, why not a spirit? The Lord
Right.
is blessing you, man. The Lord,
Mhm.
He's doing the work, man. And again, the
Right.
woman that coming up to you, that's a small matter, man. That's
It's small. But look, you gotta remember, back in the day, they wouldn't go on the same aisle you was on.
you couldn't breathe the same air in
Yeah.
this bitch. You couldn't drink the same water.
Now they,
Now they
bumping into you.
trying to grab
Yeah,
me. It's true, man. Yeah. But now you see why he did what he did, because he know, hey, the sons of God, man, they're just different.
That's right.
It's not because of us, it's because of the Lord, man. And again, the world, is waking up to Esau's BS, so it's all about balance. As the Lord is exposing Eve, making him small among the heathen, making him despised and hated. Well, hey, what about them so-called guys on the corners now?
Yep.
Watch, man. You're going to see, as of course, Esau, he's a devil, man. He's going to do stuff that going to make people bug out and come up against us, try to persecute us. But you're going to have people that's going to say, hey, that guy's not too bad, man.
Right.
There's nothing evil to say against him. No.
Hold on, man.
Nah, they was right.
See?
What's that scripture, man? Where it says, when thy way please the Lord, even thy
Enemies have been
Yeah,
Proverbs.
was it Proverbs? Can the brother get that real quick, Brother Shaw? Because it's a reason why the Lord says what he says. Is a reason behind everything, man. Why we supposed to conduct ourselves a certain way. Because the Lord is going to stir something up in the earth to where, look, the finger's going to be pointed at us.
Yep.
Oh, they believe in this. They're going to do this. They're going to do that.
They try to tie us into that.
Yeah.
With, the Islam shit.
Elder Yashua always brings it out.
So
Yep.
that's the only play Esau got.
Only play.
It's not going to stick. It might work for shock value. Yeah, I knew it. You going to have motherfuckers like that.
Right.
You're going to have people don't say, what you talking about?
Yeah.
But I got you. Yep. Proverbs 16, verse 7, when a man's ways please the Lord Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him.
Right. And how do you please the Lord? That's the question one has to ask. Well, I've been going to church my whole life. I've been, helping out in soup kitchens. Huh?
No, sir.
Right.
It's doing the will.
It's doing the will of the Heavenly Father. Deuteronomy 10 comes to mind, one of my favorites. O Israel, what doeth the Lord thy God require of thee? And it starts with the fear, man. So if you fear, you're going to be obedient to the Heavenly Father to the best of your ability.
Yep. It says it well in Job, too, that his children shall seek to please the poor.
Done.
You're going to have other heathen nations trying to help take out and lessen us, man.
Yep.
Just having so-called guilt or whatever, man. Could be an Edomite, could be a Ishmaelite.
Those boot kissers. You see it? With all the camps, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but more like
No, I'm not saying that. Yeah.
Yeah, more like lesson. Like, hey, you need somewhere to stay here.
Exactly.
Here's my guest house. So
Yep.
you need a job here. I got a job for you.
I see what they're doing to your people, and I feel bad.
Exactly.
Yep.
The Spirit gonna be on them to help us. In that
Yep.
day, man. We might be on a private jet. Who
Yeah.
knows that day? Come on, we got a little seat for you.
Yep.
Bring your family and shit.
Yep.
We don't know, man. The Lord's going out, man. The Lord's gonna work the work, man. He gonna use what we got around us.
Yep. He's going to work,
He gonna
man.
work the work, man. This is you have to trust, man.
Yep.
Our so-called shine will come, but first the Lord got to get his. But he said we're going to be taken care of, man. How do you think it's going to happen, man?
That's right.
Yes, miracles going to be happening, but miracles happen physically too.
Yeah.
So-called somebody out of the blue, man. might have been hungry. I got some extra food for you.
Right.
Hey,
What are you doing that for? You did it. Wrong order. Somebody brought me to your crib.
Yeah,
That's what
yo.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
Hungry in
man.
the crib. I'm like, damn, I got like $10, whatever. It happens, man.
Yeah. Yep.
hey, the slaves got help. You know, like some runaway slaves.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
You know,
stores like that.
Yep.
that was during the time where shit was real, evil for real. It was dangerous.
But you gotta remember, we are what? Hebrew Israelites. So the language stuck with us when we came over. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things that they was beating out to show you that in roots. So Reuben knew, Gad knew, Simeon, Ephraim, Manasseh, the tribe we knew. You know, why you think this devil brought Hebrew interpreters, man?
He had to divide us. That's what he did.
Exactly. And boy, did that shit fucking work.
He did a good job.
But it didn't last forever.
It couldn't last forever.
Yeah.
Because that's not prophecy for the yeah. We read in Wisdom of Solomon, great fear stood upon them, man. Yeah. Was you reading Mike Otter?
Proverbs.
Yeah, but read it one more time, Baba Kashan.
It's Proverbs 16 and verse 7.
Yep.
When a man's ways please the Lord Yahweh,
Mhm.
Shai, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him.
Right, and we was going into it once again. Psalms 83 is the list of the enemies, even including 2/3. Right, like a 2/3 could be like, "Yo, I know my days are numbered." All the shit I've heard Jake say shit like that. Yo, I know I ain't making it to heaven. You know, and Lord can put a spirit in them to give you the rest of their goods, and say, "Go, go." They go bang out, tell you to go run. You know what I'm saying? Just throwing.
They gonna be like, I want to do some good.
Or the
I
military
want to do
troops.
some good for the little last bit of my life.
And
Yeah.
law comes and spirit might be on somebody in that arena to say, yo, good, don't be.
Yeah.
In fact, that's what happened with Jeremiah. In fact, get it real quick.
Done.
Jeremiah 15 and verse 11 says, the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai said, verily it shall be well with thy remnant.
Mm-hmm.
Verily I will cause the enemy to entreat thee well in the time of evil and in the time of affliction.
There you go.
So things are written for a time for our learning, man. Jeremiah, even though he was prophesying that people would come, the things that Jacob wanted to do, Jeremiah threw him in a pit of shit. Read about that. Also, Jacob was doing, he ripped up the scroll. I forgot who king that was. He burned Jeremiah's scroll. And the Lord, when all hell broke loose and Babylonians came and besieged the city and was taking down Judah, what happened? Nebuchadnezzar personally entreated for Jeremiah. And he was entreated, meaning he was asked what he wanted to do. Whoever was in charge, I forgot who it was, the name, but it was the head of the army. He got sent to Jeremiah because he got told by Nebuchadnezzar, and he asked Jeremiah, do you want to come to Babylon or do you want to stay in Jerusalem? That's why Jeremiah stayed in Jerusalem, because he had a book of limitations. Everybody else got took. The kings, the nobles, they left. But it's crazy. They left the poor. The poor stayed in Jerusalem, which is spiritual. All those that were sold out, that were rich, that were decadent in Jerusalem, they either got deleted or they got taken to captivity. And the poor was left. The people that were working the farm, in the ground, the grunt, so to say, man. That's who stayed in Jerusalem, man. So that's spiritual too, man. But again, think about that, man. Here it is again. You have all hell breaking loose, and Mr. Putin, if that's the guy that's going to be the Ezekiel 38, having that evil thought, which we believe so. He gonna say, take. Remember, he released the Russian icons.
Yeah.
He can entreat and say, hey, speaking of apostle nails on down, these brothers in Great Millstone, take care of them, man.
Yep.
They might have agents, spies, and whatever,
Yep.
man.
Yep.
That can happen, man.
Yeah.
But you have to have the faith, man. That's why we don't need guns.
Right.
If you got one, cool. But if you shoot in the rain, I'm gonna take down, you tripping, man.
It ain't happening.
You tripping, man.
It ain't happening. That's why we don't land grabs. These suckers just come and just drop a fucking.
A bomb on your
Yeah.
shit, bro.
Remember what they did in Philly when they dropped that bomb and like all those row houses was fucking man.
So spray some shit up your.
I'm about to say,
Yeah.
spray Get some
Get
kind
the
of
fuck out.
toxin or something. It's key. He saw he could get you packed up
real quick.
effortlessly.
Yeah.
Flawless victory.
Really marching in purple.
Yeah.
This the spirit. We just, oh, come on, man.
I mean, it's a good workout, but what they got to do with what, you know?
Yeah. Nothing. We don't got nothing to do with nothing.
Yeah. So let's was that it on that mic?
Yes, sir.
Let's get into some props. I want to get into our temptation. Matter of fact, let's get 2nd Ezra 9. Papa Shah. So I can pull it up real quick. 2nd Ezra 9. Because the Lord told us to measure these times that we're living in, man. War, evils are growing upon the earth. The love of many waxing cold. All right. Like the lesson I did earlier in the week. What are you doing in your leisure, man? You know what I'm saying? What's Sirach 28, I believe it is. You know, a wise man. You become wise to your leisure. What can paraphrase?
You have little business.
Little business. Yep.
You're a busybody.
Hey, just like the script says, what manner of persons are ye to be?
Yeah. 2 Peter. Yep.
You know,
3rd chapter.
like what's your conversation about? What you talking about? How you living? What you doing? What you thinking about?
Right.
You know, like
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Like, you think about Jake, he said that he dates 24/7. Like, we get into probably, maybe for 30 minutes or whatever, an hour, we get into some probably thinking about women or watching some highlights.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But it gets to a point like, we get in the spirit, man.
Right. And I'm gonna say that has to be because there has to be a balance.
It's a balance, always a balance.
You know what I'm saying? You
Exactly.
can't be over, yo.
Yeah, you a liar talking about you always locked in. You
Yeah. Come on, bro.
gonna burn out.
I was about to say it, but yeah, like you said, you could burn out.
Yeah.
You don't want to burn out. You know, that's why script says it's balance.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be
You
over.
know, you gotta have a balance. You know.
Exactly. Like you said, that's the point. We'll get into folly. We'll do something that's lawful.
Yep.
You know?
It's
And-
lawful and we in the flesh.
And exactly. You know what I'm saying? We do what we gotta do. But it comes to a point where we're like, we tap in the spirit, let me lock in, let me do a
Right.
lesson. Jake,
Yeah.
24/7 is just folly, vain
Folly.
bullshit, man.
Simple.
Of the flesh.
Of the flesh.
You know, I mean, we the flesh too. We see a nice looking woman, a nice rack body. Like, man,
Nice car, whatever.
yeah, you know.
But we come to our senses like, we know the bigger picture.
Exactly.
Let me get into the will of Yahweh.
We know what's getting ready to come to pass. So that's where the question comes in. What manner of person are you to be? If you are an athlete and you know you got fucking a championship game or championship fight or something coming up, what manner of persons are they at that time? They training. You know? I got to get locked in. They might get an extra training session in. You know, for preparations, the scripts say we got to prepare our minds, you know, for the return of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We got to humble our souls and prepare our minds. And how do you do that? Praying, fasting, examining yourself, reading, studying, you know.
You got it.
But this is 2nd Ezra chapter 9. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Right. And the importance of measuring is to get it correct. Because a slight wrong measurement, then your building is off.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you got guys saying we're going to be here 1,000 years, you going off.
Yo,
You got guys
man.
saying we're going to be here tomorrow. That's going off, man.
Mhm.
You got to have the right measurement. Yeah. That's true.
We measure it now. Okay. You see World War III ramping up, but we know the end is not yet because we still need this to take place.
Yep.
It's still time left, but it's not a lot of time.
Right.
And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Yeah, and the Lord is visiting, man. You know, Isaiah 29 comes to mind. He visited fire, earthquakes.
Yeah, exactly. Now he's not coming for a vacation.
Yeah.
He said, I'm about to go see my people. I'm about to go for a visit. the Lord visit, he shaking shit up.
Exactly.
It's bad. It's like when a CEO comes, you're not acting up, you're not playing around, you're not you tightening up, you making sure you're on point. Right?
Oh man, somebody about to be fired. Changes about to be made. You know, you had a job and the higher bosses come through.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, somebody about to get fired, some change is about to be made. You know, it's gonna get real uncomfortable. Verse 2. Then shalt thou understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Which he made. No Big Bang.
Right.
Ain't no
It's gonna be a big bang, all right.
right. It ain't one of them Egyptian gods busting a nut. Yeah, you know, into existence. Come on, man. These dudes are out of their freaking mind, man. So the Lord's visiting the earth, which he made through his son, through the angels. All right?
Us.
Yeah. Lord, when we part of that number.